chat or anything. What's up, chat? Azarin, Bergs. Yo, Bergs, he keeps beating you to the first message. What's up with that? Ain't no mountain high enough. Today's your birthday? Zodinar, happy fucking birthday. No, this song's trash. It is low-level rage bait. Panda, thank you for that 41 months. A big 41. Nobody's ever said that before. Oh, big 30. Oh, I see. That's why you said that. You're just flopping your dick on the table over this guy. Okay. Sorry, 5 Swag, for the 30 months. Mitsu with the, oh, for 48 months. Ooh. Chose to be humble about it, too. Larger than your 41. We playing Balatro? Fuck no, that game's trash. Got me. Yeah, true. Sheesh. Alright, anyway, what's up, chat? I'm free from Jankum jail. Did you get timed out? Oh, there he goes. Permanently banned. Hold up. We'll play taps for that guy. This one goes out to Playmaker. You know what? No, actually, we could play something better than taps. Where is it? I can't find it.
It's perfect.
Oh, found it. All right, sweet. Now we can listen to this banger. Did you know Abolition saw your vid? Bro, I don't even know who the fuck that is or what vid you're talking about, so... No, I didn't know. Mitsu with the gifted my goat. Thank you. We're skonging it up. You played a Mario Death song for a Sonic lover. Respect. We're rage baiting today. Hey, did you want to open your gift early?
But do you want to give me another one so I actually have a surprise for Christmas? It has to be the home.
There is one that's already coming in.
Okay, I can open it.
Yeah, hopefully they don't fucking email me. Yeah.
You want to show the chat your beautiful backdrop?
Yeah, I can do that. Alright. Alright, guys. So, I hold on. Let me tell them the story. You can just drag it over. Yeah. I'm fucking angry. So, I got Yvette's gift today. And the front desk just fucking emailed both of us and was like, yo, pick up your... Like, you have a large package in the mailroom. Parentheses, a chair. Pick it up. I was like... Okay, well, the gift is fucking ruined. Anyway, like... Super annoying that they would do that. Her name's not even on the package. I don't know why they decided to email both of us. It's so fucking stupid that they decided to do that. And it was there for like less than 20 minutes, by the way. Like they insta-were like, get this shit out of here now. And I get to the fucking mailroom and there's like 3 packages on the floor. There's no rush. Beats, get the fuck off of the gift. Alright, anyway, you guys want to see my Frankenstein wrapping job? Look at this stupid ass cat.
You, get off my gift. That is for me. Let me turn it around. Okay, nobody comment on my appearance.
I shifted it away.
Oh. Perfect. I'm magically transporting Beat. Let's get him
there you go. That's what's going on in the Mars household. You're a stupid cat! He doesn't want to get off. Well, I got him a little chew toy, so that's what you get. No, he didn't get shit. I don't like him. You flicked your tail at me? Don't. You're not where you're supposed to be. Time for your beating beans. Yeah, actually, though. Ha! Gotta let them know who pays the bills. Yeah, exactly. Is that Balatro music? Yes, it's light. That was an awesome behind-the-scenes look into your life. Yeah, how do you guys like my wrapping job? Yeah, I wrapped the gift myself. We ran out of wrapping paper, so it's what it is. 10 out of 10. It's a wrap. Thank you. Thank you. No notes. Needs more beans? One is enough. God, just something about beans just makes him so, like, easy to, like, want to punch. You know? Like, he's just, like, loafed up on top of the gift right now like it's his. Get the fuck off of that thing. New best rapper in the game. Okay, cool, man. Is it his face? It's just him. It's like partially his face. It's his naggy meow. It's he claimed it. Dude, he's so stupid. Like, he's insane. I don't know what else to say. I wonder if he thinks he's better than you. He definitely does. Show him who's boss. It's impossible. He's a cat. He thinks he's the goat. Oh, he's exploring the gift now. Hey, hey! Stop chewing on the wrapping paper. Oh, he's off of the gift now that you've given him a good job.
So do you want to open one of your biscuits early? We'll do it live.
I don't want to do it live.
But do you want part of your gift?
Sure. Yeah, whatever. Mars being in my top 5 streamers this year. Yeah, I saw that you were in the top 5.
Maybe I should go for this. Hold on.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Are you trying to rip it so that you can continue to use it? It was a good rap job. What the hell?
I'm not, I just opened it. I accidentally ripped it. Not that you wrap gifts in this house anyway.
I wrapped that. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna be wrapping your all, including my own gift.
No. Yvette's opening her gift that was spoiled to her by the landlord. My Spotify called me 71 years old. Wait. Spotify Wrapped is a thing? Let's see. I don't. Where do I see it? This is the cat of all time. Honestly, he'd hate that. I think as soon as you start moving things around, he's out.
Let me wrap it. He's like,
Yeah, the corner that when I actually had enough wrapping paper to make it work, it was good wrapping job.
Yeah. Tier 1. Good job.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I don't know how to find my sheet.
Oh my god! A new chair!
Yeah. Do you want it over there or do you want it over there? Office? Okay. Need to shave. Fuck. This right here. Is that like a... What's going on there? That's gotta go. Whatever that is. Holy shit, a new chair! Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna close my Spotify and reopen it. Maybe I'll get my Wrapped.
It should be at the top.
It just says your top songs all in one perfect playlist. This is as up as it goes. Perhaps. Oops. Yeah, probably. Whoa. Yeah, the blue one? Yeah. You can toss it. Whoops. Alright. Is my phone over there? Alright, Spotify, tell me I'm like 11 years old.
I got 40.
Get yours. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Swipe for more. Come on. Yeah, you listened. We counted. Just fucking 10,159 minutes. That's 7 days. That's really not a lot. 299 genres. My top genre is pop, rap, video game music, trap, soul, indie, and then oldies. What the fuck is trap soul? Apparently I like trap soul. Yeah, I had 10,000 music minutes. I'm 82. Oh, dude. Age is just a number. Sorry, don't take this personally. I'm 61!
Your oldies ruined you.
Since you were into music from the early 80s, you're an old soul.
Early 80s is not 60 years old.
That's what Spotify thinks.
What the fuck? Spotify's math is horrible.
Yeah, these guys suck. Yeah, wait, 80s is like... These guys are stupid. Oldies L. Shut the fuck up, Sonic Enjoyer. You listened to 1,219 songs this year, but can you guess your number one? It's Sugar on My Tongue by Tyler, the Creator. I spammed this album, and like my top 5 is most of that album.
Do you know what my number one song was?
Huh?
Do you remember the one I was addicted to?
Oh my...
Come and see.
Dun, 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 ba, 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 ba. We made a playlist of all your favorites. It's just that album. You listened to 5 albums this year. The Expedition 33 one. What the fuck, dude? I didn't even finish a couple of these albums. I was not an album listening to her this year. Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Don't Tap the Glass, God Does Like Ugly, Micah's Laundry from Matt Champion. Nobody listened to that one. And Live, Laugh, Love from Earl Sweatshirt. 785 artists this year.
I'm useless. I give up.
What the fuck? You have to earn your chair.
No, I give up. You can have it.
No.
Give me that one.
No.
My turn now.
Oh, is this one? Okay, I think this is basically it. You're in great company, but I'm 61. There you go. I'm 61 years old, guys. I don't know, I was listening to oldies. What the heck? Should do your Twitch recap. I did that yesterday, Riza. Spotify sees System of a Down and just sets 40. Bro, they're setting 70 at that. Because your back hurt? No, because I'm like 27. I'm going to be 27 soon. 13 days. Vegetables acquired. Fuck you, Beans. Just looking outside. Sure. I don't know what time it is. Starting at. Nobody. Like, I asked Jess and she didn't respond, so. And I don't know. I can't. I googled. I'll try to Google it again. Hold up. We'll see. Salem is so fucking far. Oh! Oh, hell no! Okay, I mean, there's like a lot of traffic now, but it's an hour 40 with this traffic. We'll see what it's at 6, but I don't think we're going. Okay. Alright, I think that should be set up already. Let me see. There we go. Hey! Beans! I'm bonking him with the camera. Look at this! Look at this dude! Look at his boot! Look at his boot! Look at you! And your stupid little boot! What's going on there? Disgusting! Alright, we scared him away. Good job, chat. What are those? How old is he? Like 3 or something? 2 or 3? He's very young. Oh no, he's putting his head in a plastic bag. Oh. Chat, how unethical are John McCain jokes? I know this seems like a complete pitch from left field. I don't know. Ethical, like how bad is it? Depends on the context. Jeez, man. I'm just asking. I'm not making any jokes. Probably in bad taste. What the fuck are you talking about? What could have possibly spawned this thought? Go ahead and cancel me. See if I care. No, watch this try. Too soon? Oh man. Alright, so Beans and I have this new game. Where I will trap him in a laundry hamper. Like I'll flip it upside down and I'll trap him inside of it, and it has like holes in it. So I'll just poke him with like pipe cleaners, and he has a fucking blast with this. So I call it, you know, the John McCain simulator, and that's it. That's the whole thing. Stop trying to eat this. He loves it though. We do different hampers. We do a little earthquake sometimes. It's honestly very funny. Thank you, thank you. He has a lot of fun with it. I have a lot of fun with it. It's good, honest fun. It's just unfortunate that it's very comparable to, you know, John McCain. What do you mean?
You know, actual torture versus playtime.
Okay, like he is in hamper prison. That's enough. That's enough. I do that with the dog in my family. Dog sits over the blanket. He loves it. Yeah.
It's delicate. I swear to God.
You excited for your new chair?
Yes, I've always wanted a mesh chair, and that was sucks ass.
Yeah, I remember.
Very excited. Thank you.
I remember. Remember yesterday when I was like, what do you think I got you? And then you were like, sometimes you just don't really listen, so I don't think you got me this one thing I wanted.
I didn't want this.
Eat the styrofoam beans.
Still not listening. He wants to.
Calling him McCain is hilarious, by the way. I've been calling him that for years.
Can I rip this off?
Yeah, sure.
Try not to be removed. Except for the soup.
Uh-oh. A box for beans? Oh, he's trying to get in there.
Record.
Record this.
No, you done that. Go.
Alright, hold up. Let me see if I can tempt him to do it. Beans, attempt. Hey, get in there. Is he trying from that side now?
He's sniffing. Oh, he's
Digging.
digging.
Dude, you had the right idea, Beans. Go over.
He couldn't go over, so now it's going under.
Beans, get in there.
He's giving up.
Hold on, trade's pause with me. Hey, come on. Beans.
You see that? He scares him away.
He's like just sleeping there. Look at all the fun that's happening here. Look at all the plastic. Ooh. We still have some very hard objects in here.
That's what would have made it funny for him to fuck around and find out. He's already ruining my chair.
Yeah, I saw the fucking a little bit. Alright, I mean, not now.
We tried. Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna scratch the shit out of that and make a mess.
Show us where you keep the factor meals.
You zooming in on my butt? Apparently you were zooming in on my butt. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, I'm wearing PJs. I'm at home. This game is ass. Cheap Falls is ass. I'm surprised he didn't try harder to get in there.
Yeah, he tried like the 3 songs.
Oh. Maybe. Oh. Oh. Nope, he's fucking with the paper now. Y'all want to see a butt cam? Okay, well now it's a feet thing apparently. God forbid I make content out of him. Dude. You see? No, not really. Yeah, it should be fine. I don't think it matters. It's what supports you. Where your butt cheeks go. Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Is it, you did put the camera right here and then walk right in front of it. No, your ass. I always knew you'd end up as a hot tub streamer. Except the hot tub is the water is held in a cardboard box. And there's holes in it so you can poke at me. Oh, what? I do not have pancake butt. Yeah, okay, bud. Is it not built in? Oh, there you go. Is it chair assembly time? Mars, you get in the box? Wait. He was about to go in and then you fucked it. Oh, I have to no wonder why this shit looks so bad. No. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? This camera is trash. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Why is it like this? This is terrible. Sorry. I don't know why it looks like this. Hold up. That's fine. You can get it. I wanted to like try like expand and then like do this. Oh no, that doesn't really. Cause what's that? It'd be vertically fucked if I do that. Whatever. Alright. We'll go back to a normal camera. Look at that schnoz. Dude, it's huge. I know. Enhance. Yeah, he's running around. He was. So no box? No, Yvette put stuff in it, so now I'm homeless.
Beans is homeless.
Cyber Monday? Dude, brother, that was like 2 days ago. Sorry, Beans. One more time, you're getting made into content. Hey! Flicking his tail.
Frijoles. Contéstalo. ¿Está hablando?
Boo, entertain me. Look, chat, it's... I just realized I was muted. I'd be shocked if he hasn't shown up in the YouTube, Beans. As the editors are fucking up if that's true. Not the funny pics of Mars channel. Oh no. We're all trying to find out what this guy is snorting. Hold up, I gotta fix the camera. Fucking too much camera with me. What are you doing? What are you? What are you? I was beating him with the little paper rolls over there. He was loving it. Okay. When's the last time you looked at your YouTube account? Be honest. The other day. I watched one of my videos. Or at least some of it. Did you tell Panda to look at the memes channel real quick? No. She's busy. Mm-hmm. The one time you read chat. Okay. Also, we don't have a memes channel. You mean media? Oh, never mind. I found it. You guys love posting shit posts. What the fuck? It happened the other day, dude. Somebody came up to me and asked if the OK Big Guy thing was like from the song, the SpongeBob song. Shaking my fucking head, dude. tainted.
Why? Just can you say hello? I'm waiting.
Prime 4 isn't real. It can't hurt you. I've seen so many mixed reviews for Prime 4. Oh, fucking... Okay. Mario Kart soundtrack's kind of ass. I'm never doing that again.
I can't get this in.
Maybe you're doing it wrong. Is it upside down? Can we show you our Twitch recaps? You're number 2 for me. I don't... No. You already told me what your Twitch recap was. At least the only part that matters to me. Alright. So what we're going to do... Instead, today we got a fun little video idea. A fun little opinion idea that we're going to do. We're going to be ranking characters on a 2-axis tier list. It's like a grid. You'll know it as soon as you see it. It makes a lot of sense once you see it. We're going to be talking about characters that are fun to play, unfun to play, fun to fight, unfun to fight. And it's going to be on a grid that looks like this. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be really fun. Now, hold up. Can I, like, move this so it's like... Hold up. I'll just move over here. ZSS unfun to do anything, so... Let me F11 this real quick. Maybe that'll look a little bit better. Nope, not really. No, it doesn't look much better. Can I flip this screen, actually? I feel like that would look better. Or mirror it, rather. Transform. Okay, that's not what you want to do. All right, whatever. We'll go from here. So there's a lot of characters in this game, so I'm gonna kind of go about this as quickly as possible. There'll be some controversial ones. I will defer to chat. If you guys are curious about specific characters, you can just call them out. But for now, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna open them. We're just gonna start. Oh wow, perfect. My mouse is literally on a Rob. So, I'm of the controversial opinion that I think Rob is actually kind of fun to fight. I think of the top tiers, I think he's fine. Is he fun though? Honestly, I think he is. He's kind of mashy. I think he's kind of like a well-designed character. I could definitely see the unfun part, him just kind of like mashing on you and not having a good time there, and you could just get completely invalidated and get out hitboxed by him, even though you're like a scrapper character, which is kind of annoying. He's still, a top tier at the end of the day. So he goes down in that way. I think he's fun to play as, just because he has a lot of options. He's got a lot of projectiles, a lot of sniping in the middle of like combos as soon as advantage state is over. I think Rob is fun to play as. I don't think that's a crazy opinion at all. He's kind of the Crag of Ultimate. Well, I wouldn't go that far, dude. All right, somebody said Link. Unfortunately, this is alphabetically ordered, and I don't know where the L's are. Trust me, if you guys played Rob, he's pretty fun. You can get pretty mashy with him. Where is Link? Link, dude, his moves are so satisfying to hit. And I generally think that playing him as like a scrapper and like spamming Nara is like a pretty good time. However, most of it is like a little bit brain dead. I think it's like less interactive in that way. So I don't think he's as fun as Rob. And as far as is it fun to fight him? No, not particularly. I don't think Link is fun to fight. You're just parrying projectiles most of the time, parrying Nair, and then like it takes a long time to beat Link, and I think that's generally kind of an annoyance for most people, even though he's like not an amazing character. And the bomb is fun as well. See, I think the bomb is fun too, but like only if you're playing as him. Haha, yeah, we're all parrying. And if you're not parrying, you're hard shielding everything, which means you're playing an even slower game versus Link, which is why he goes into the unfun to fight category. Let's see. Somebody says Kirby. I'm looking for the pink puff ball. Kirby, he's like, well, we'll go up and down this time. So is Kirby fun to fight? No, I don't think Kirby is very fun to fight. I think he's one of the more unfun characters to go up against, because you just camp him the whole game if you want to beat him. That's just how it is. Yeah, he's a small little bastard, and you just zone him out. And once he finally gets in, he's just mashing on you and outframe dataing you. And his advantage state isn't really good enough to capitalize most of the time. Usually you're not really getting edge guarded by him. And his ledge trapping is like fine. So just jump over him. He's a slow character. And then you just go back to camping him. So you spend most of your time just zoning him out because he's cringe. Is he fun to play as? Honestly, I don't think so. He's, like I said, really slow. He's easy to control. There's not a lot of nuance. You kind of just like run at your opponent and you roulette your options. If they're trying to, like, if they have massive disjoints, you're just shielding. You don't get to out hitbox anybody because he doesn't have big hitboxes. But if they don't have big hitboxes and they actually have to scrap with you, when you finally close the distance, you just roulette between like forward air, down tilt, and grab. And that's it. That's kind of just like how Kirby works. He is not a very complicated character. Mars hates Whimsy. I don't know. I think the only thing that makes him fun to play as is the copy abilities. And most of them are dog shit. So I think so. You think it's tilting to get hit by your own copy ability? What the fuck? Down B is very funny too. Bro, it's been the same thing since 64. It also doesn't help that like characters like Link, and well, I mean he's in the fun to play as just because he's like satisfying. Honestly, is Link fun to play? I think so. But like Kirby is like a very outdated design, and I feel like a lot of like the base casts that haven't really changed that much kind of just lean towards the left more than they probably should. Like I think Link would be more fun to play maybe if he had just come out or something. I don't know. Let's see. Somebody said Puff, and you know what? We'll get the other pink bastard out of the way. I think this little fucker struggles like in the same exact way, just like very slow, very like stubby. So I think, you know, Jigglypuff is about as fun as Kirby, except you get to hit rest, so she can go a little bit more this way because you're just fishing for combos the whole time and like going for rest reads, and that's it. And it's, once you've done it in 64, you've done it in every game. You know what I mean? Just combo into rest, just read into rest. Once you've done it one time, you've done it a million times kind of deal. Like, I don't really ever pop off for rest combos because I've seen them, like I said, 100 times. And same thing, like, as far as, like, fun to fight is. Honestly, I'd say it's, like, less fun to fight Jigglypuff compared to, like, Kirby. Only by, like, a little bit. Just because you're just, like... If you get opened up by Jigglypuff, you have to worry about rest. And then you get, like, edge-guarded super hard, which... I mean, I think working around edge guards is kind of a fun thing to do, but, like... Jigglypuff is just throwing out a hella lingering hitbox and you get dinked off stage and there's no hoorah. Hope you've enjoyed the Prime subs while they lasted. Oh, my fault, OG. I meant to do this. Please gift 100. Alright. What do we got? What else do we got? Alright, somebody said, Chrom. Where is Chrom? Chrom is fun to play. I think I can put Chrom and Roy in, like, the same exact spot. Where is Roy? He should be down here, right? Yeah. So we'll kind of keep these guys together because they are essentially the same exact thing. I think Roy is more fun by comparison, and honestly, I think they're fun to fight. I like how scrappy they can be, if not a little obnoxious at times. I would kind of do this. I think it's probably about as fun as fighting Roy, you know? All the Fire Emblem characters are fun to fight, not gonna lie. It depends. Like, nailing, like, your double parries and stuff is, like, a really cool thing to do. Like, versus, like, the Croy Nairs and stuff like that. The only reason Chrom is a little less fun to play as is because you just get edge-guarded by characters that are, like, way worse than you, and you're like, well, there's nothing I could have really done about that. Why can characters like Little Mac edge-guard Chrom? I don't know. And then it's just a little annoying to play as. And Roy, just like sound design wise, is much more satisfying. His combos are just like the whole game freezes when you hit your moves as Roy, and that is dopamine straight to my brain. I enjoy that a lot. But and again, as far as like fun to fight, they're interacting with me. That's really an ultimate. That's all I can realistically ask for. Alright, so he said hero, sure. You guys are just picking your mains. You guys are cringe lords. Where's hero? Should be up, right? Yeah, here we go. Hero. We'll do... Are they going to let me choose which hero alt, or am I just fucking myself? I am. Okay, whatever. They put the Gohan one. Okay. Hero, he goes all the way over here. Like, he's fun to play. I don't care what anybody says. The down B in and of itself is just fucking hilarious to play as. It's good shit. Fighting him, I think that's a controversial one. There are a lot of people who hate, and I mean hate, Hero. Yeah, one of them is my house right now. Like, sure, the RNG is bullshit, and sometimes it comes down to just speed reading contests, and they have the advantage because they're the one who opens the damn book. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like fun fighting him just because you gotta have a little bit of whimsy. If something funny happens, you have to be like, ah, you know? But like competitively, he's probably like down here. But I think in a casual way, I think he's like right over here. Oh, whoops, I accidentally right-clicked him. Yeah, most people hate fighting him, but I think he goes like right around here. I think he's more fun to fight than like Rob. Do I really think that? I think so. Just because I like when silly stuff happens. Oh, Beans is trying to get in the box again. How about you let the Iron Man randomizer pick your character? I would have to open up another tab, and I don't want to do that, but I'll just pick another character. Alright. Bowser. Alright. Bowser is genuinely down all the way over here for both reasons. I don't like fighting Bowser at all. He is one of my least favorite characters in the game. That is a personal opinion. I don't care if he's a big body who gets super turbo comboed. And like sometimes like edge guarded really early, and like I don't care about that at all. Just he has the potential to cheese you. He is so hard to kill. No character should be this heavy, and he's not fun to play as. It is genuinely mind-numbing stuff. He's like his longest combo is like a 2-piece. Beans, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? What the hell? No, go ahead, get in there.
How is he not falling?
I'm very impressed that he hasn't fallen yet.
He's standing on nothing.
He's very light. Oh, to be 3 pounds.
Oh,
Is he about to fall in?
oh. He's fired. How is he so good at balancing? What the hell? He's standing on nothing.
How does he do it?
I'm so impressed. Alright, my bad, Beans. Shouldn't have doubted.
Bro's standing on like this thing right here. Alright, well, he's gone. Alright, anyway, back to the tier list. I've been distracted long enough. Alright, Bowser. Yeah, well, we were talking about Bowser. He's fucking annoying. He's not fun to play as, like I say. He's got no combos. You're just, like, your main goal is to just, like, cheese people and mash forward air and flame breath and hope they run into it. And that is genuinely the game plan as Bowser. The most fun thing you can do as Bowser is to just Bowser side somebody at, like, 0% and then watch them mauled, because that's what it is. I strongly dislike this character. The only thing that makes him a little bit more fun to play as is that he's combo food. There you go. I think this is where Bowser goes, right here. He's very easy to play. Like I said, he's not a complicated character whatsoever. Alright, let's see. Greninja right here. He's fun to play as. We'll go a little bit faster now. Is he fun to fight? No, he's very one-dimensional, but he is fun to play. So he goes all the way on the right and a little bit down. I think he's more fun. No, he's like this. Yeah, I think he's worse to fight than like Link. It's like very one-dimensional counterplay. Just, you know, avoid dash attack, stuff like that. Let's see. Lucas. I don't know. I think he definitely leans unfun just because PK Fire, PK Freeze, and then just like mashing rolls and tilts and then Zair camping and shit like that. And as far as like, is he fun to play? He's whatever. I honestly don't really feel too strongly about playing Lucas. I'm okay with putting him like in the dead center, because like he's got some very satisfying moves to hit, but not really. Bottom right corner, he's not all the way in the, he's not very fun to play. Lucas players love playing Lucas. I think that's because they're all like closet hipsters and they're just like, oh, look at me, I'm playing the other PK kid and nobody plays Lucas, I'm so cool. That's how Lucas players genuinely are. I don't think he's like turbo unfun to play against. Like, I don't think he goes down here because he's just not good enough to me. Like, I don't care about fighting Lucas. If you're good at the matchup, then he's just fine. He's just whatever. His Lucas main is showing. I'm sticking by what I said. All right, let's do Falcon. Sure, Falcon. Okay, he's low-key like this. Like, if you play Falcon, cool, he's fun to play as. If you are being a B-button mashing chimpanzee, he immediately goes down to fun. Or like, if you are being the button mashing B-button lord, he goes over here. He's unfun. But if you're actually using his other moves and trying to edge guard and going for like soft knee, strong knee, it goes like that. But like 9 times out of 10 when you're fighting Captain Falcon, he is mashing up the out of shield or trying to kill you at 45% with like stomp knee, and that's it. Like, or you're just like running into all of his B button stuff. Like, unironically, I feel like Captain Falcon is comparable to playing against Zelda, except Zelda is not very fun to play as. I think she goes like there. Like, I think these two are very comparable in like their like game flow, Falcon and Zelda. Like, you're scared to approach Zelda because of like she's spamming the B button, and it's the same thing about Falcon. It's the same exact thing. People don't talk about that at all. But Falcon, like I said, is just more fun. He's faster. He's got more like, you know, interesting moves to use. I don't know. Like, I think Zelda is just like, she's very close to being fun to play as, but like you're 9 times out of 10 you're better off just like fully charged knight, forward smash the ledge, forward air back air out of shield, up out of shield. Like it's like it's a little bit more mind numbing than that. But like when you're hitting your fairs and your bears like outside of just doing it out of shield and you're hitting falling up bears, that's like the fun stuff to do. Is like the actual mind games with Zelda. So I don't think she goes like all the way to the left here. Okay, now talk about aerial raptor boost. Yeah! There you go. I don't think anyone actually thinks Falcon is fun to fight. I genuinely don't think anyone enjoys it. I don't. I know I don't. I used to think the shit that he used to do was cool, and Falcon Dittos were lit, but hey, it is what it is. All right, Ridley. I think he's kind of fun to play. He's like very simple though. Like you just kind of get carried by Nair most of the time, and then like just like you have one move for every scenario. If you're playing grounded, you just press down tilt in neutral, with the occasional dash attack jump scare. And if you were like, you know, trying to like do air to airs, you just do a falling Nair. And if you're edge guarding, you just, you know, get out there and forward air. Or if you're trying to 2-frame, you F tilt. Or if somebody's above you, you up tilt. While like, you know what I mean? Like he's got one move for every scenario, and I don't think that is like very fun gameplay. As far as fighting him, it's kind of for that same exact reason. I think it's just like this. Like, I don't know. The only thing that like makes Ridley like a little bit more tolerable in each of these like categories is that first of all, he's very easy to combo and he dies early, which is cool because then I don't have to deal with him for that long. I like comboing and I like edge guarding him. And he's not as like, he's a little bit fun to play as because like his moves are just satisfying to hit. Like, you know, spacing a dash attack, sweet spot, and getting that like, you know, noise. I like that a lot. Same with the F tilt. Why is Rob there? Because I have hot takes. That's why I actually don't hate Rob that much. Let's see. I'm looking at Marth, so let's see. Marth, very fun to play as. He's kind of one-dimensional in like the sense that you do just press A button at the bad guy, but you are actively spacing against your opponent, which makes it a lot more interactive than that. Is he fun to fight? Honestly, I think so. I think Marth is actually pretty fun to fight. You know why? Because if you are good versus Marth, you are guaranteed, almost guaranteed, to live to like 170 as like a light character. As long as you're not getting tippered. You know? Honestly, I think Marth is pretty fun to fight for that reason. You're like doing like a little spacing battle the whole time, and that's good shit. Are you basing this matchup chart on your experience or general community consensus? This is mostly like, I'd say this is community consensus with my occasional hot take. I think my only hot take is the Rob one so far. I think like most people agree with what I have going on right now. Let's see. Let's do Rosa because I'm sick of looking at her. As far as fun to fight, no. Rosas are just campy the whole time. They're just shooting Luma at you. And as far as fun to play as, no, I don't think so. Just like, her moves are very clunky and they don't make a lot of sense. And like you get out hitboxed like kind of randomly. Like you just get outshined in so many other ways that like I don't really understand the appeal to playing Rosa in this game. Like, I don't know, the fact that she's a puppet character is supposed to be fun, but Luma is so fucking boring to control, in my opinion, that I think she just goes here. And nobody likes fighting Rosa, so yeah. I swear Luma just dies for nothing all the time and you can't really control it. So, fun fact, there was a time in Smash 4 where I really struggled against Dabuz and he was farming the shit out of me. And then I thought about it and I watched like other people play against him. And you know what people did? Most dash attacks in Smash 4 and in some cases in Ultimate would just fucking launch Luma into the stratosphere and then kill it. And that's what people would do against Dabuz, is they would just throw their bodies into him and just like, don't care about what damage I take, just kill the Luma. And then while Luma's gone, you just invalidate Rosa because her base character is pretty bad. You know, like that's when the game starts. So like they would gladly take the like, I don't know, like 15 at worst %, maybe a little bit of disadvantage, but it's fine because it's just Rosa. So once I learned that, I would just dash attack Dabuz over and over and over and over and over again until Luma died and I started farming him. It was so stupid. It was just like, I just had to stop considering risk reward. I just had to dash attack into him. It was very dumb. Anyway. Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's see, I'm looking at Little Mac, so let's do Little Mac. I don't think Little Mac's very fun. He's very, very simple, very one-dimensional. Doesn't really do too much. And then you get edge-guarded most of the time, so he's not very fun. And I don't think he's very fun to fight either, just because you're dealing with, like, armor most of the time. And, like, you're just edge-guarding him. If you want to beat Little Mac, you're going to have to edge-guard him. If you're going tit for tat versus Little Mac, you're an idiot. Just kill him off stage. Just literally just, like... The meme of camping in the corner or on platforms and just shielding is real, because that's what he loses to, which is why he's unfun to play as well. Most Little Macs are spammers. Yeah, well, they just like the armor. They don't like thinking about risk-reward. They just want to hit the C-stick. Little Mac is fun against bad players. Kind of. I mean, it's funny, but it's not fun. Like, when I play Pikachu versus Little Mac and I just back throw him off stage and back air him and then it's over, I think it's funny, but I didn't have a great time doing it. I don't know. That's how I feel. Let's Peach. Peach I'm looking at. Fun to play as. Honestly, she's a little button mashing. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty neat. I enjoy getting a little crazy on the sticks. I think she's pretty fun to play. I think, honestly, she probably goes between Kroy. And then as far as fun to fight, dude, I don't know. Like, you can fight some really slow and campy Peaches, and that's pretty boring. And then you also run the risk of, like, you know, getting, you know, 0 to death by turnips and shit versus, like, good Peaches. That's kind of rare that actually ends up happening. Like, I think, like, fighting, like, in-bracket Peaches, bro, it's kind of, like, down here. But as far as, like, fighting most Peaches, or even just, like, really good Peaches, on like, the way I feel about it, I think Peach is pretty fun to fight. Like, it's a little bit of a dance, figuring out how they use their flow, because there is, like, you know, ironically, a flow chart for how most Peaches, like, approach most scenarios, and how they divide the game in their heads is, like, I can personally see that, so I appreciate it while fighting her. So I think she goes, like, right about here. Yeah, I think float's a really cool, although broken mechanic. She low profile ship for no reason. Yeah, I mean, that's like every character in the game, though. Dalton, thank you for the 45 months. Roy's our boy. He's right there. Top left quadrant looking Baron. Unfun to play as and fun to fight. Who would go there? Unfun to play as, but fun to fight. Honestly, you can honestly make an argument for Peach to be there. Because some players don't even know how to fight him. Alright, hold on. Shoto's, honestly, not a bad answer. Lucario, maybe. We'll just, we'll keep it going. Alright, my friend said Toon Link, so we're doing Toon Link. Toon Link. Honestly, not very fun to fight. I don't, like, Toon Link is so mashy. He just out A-buttons you most of the time, and then if he's not doing that, he's just throwing shit at you the whole time. Not very fun to fight. I honestly think he's less fun to fight than Lucas. As far as fighting him goes, or playing as him goes, I become a turbo masher most of the time. And that's cool. So he goes, like, right there. Lucario is fun AF. Sure, we'll do Lucario next. I agree to some degree. Like, yeah, when you get your aura and you start, like, making the comeback and you start just making people explode at, like, egregiously low percents, sure, that's a great time. Everything you do before that is boring. You are running into your opponent mashing, or you are getting invalidated by somebody who is just playing a better character than you, and then you have to pray that you can get the ball rolling when you're at kill percent, which means you have to take a risk. And, you know, if you're playing against a better character, you're probably not going to come out on top in most of those scenarios. So, sure, like, you're at the edge of your seat most of the time, but I don't know. It's very hard to actually make that a return. So, I would put him in the unfun to play as. Like, only, like, I don't know. Like, his down air alone, I think, puts him, like, right here. And then Is he fun to fight? What do you guys think? Do you think Lucario is fun to fight? I live for his movement. He's kind of buttery. You don't think he's fun to fight? No, not really. He can be. You could kill him. All right, so we'll put him like here. I think this is an honest, good placement for him. Depends how I'm feeling that day. That's real. All right, let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? I have a really good character for this one. I think Palutena goes in this section right here. Because I don't think she's terribly fun to play as because her moves are simple. Like, she just, I don't even know what else to say. She just has simple moves. You nair at low percents, and then you just use your overpowered other moves. Like, I think it's cool that, like, you're using most of your kit, but you don't have to use your kit most of the time, and you just use the moves that work. But I actually like fighting Palutena. It's very interactive, and, you know, you have to force them to start actually playing the game most of the time. I think most players don't like fighting Palutena because they don't understand her, and they don't understand that, like, you actually have to counter the moves that she wants to do if you want her to start actually playing the game with you. So I think she goes, like, right about here. The only reason she's not higher is just because, you know, down tilt that ledge. That's honestly it. I think she'll go there. Let's see. I think... Okay, somebody said Sheik. Where's Sheik? Sheik. I enjoy playing as Sheik. I enjoy the combos, though I'm not very good at them. And she got the buttons to back it up. Is Sheik fun to fight against? That one's really hard to say, because you want to fish for trades most of the time against her, and I don't think just, like, praying that you trade with, like, her accidentally misspacing is a very fun, interactive way to play. And keeping her out is basically impossible, so you're just fishing for trades most of the game. So I think she goes, like, in the middle, because, like, it is a fast-paced game, right? And I have to be worried about, like, edge guards and stuff, which I think is more fun. I think she just goes, like, right in the middle. It does take a long time to finish up Sheik games, but like I said, it's, like, interactable, like, most of the time. I think she goes, like, right around there. Let's see. Let's get an easy one out of the way. Sonic. Ooh. Fun to fight. I mean, like, yeah, right? Like, yeah, Sonic goes, like, right about up here. And then, like, yeah, like, right about there. Yeah, what do you guys think? Ooh, strawberry. Middle bottom? I don't know, dude. I don't. Rage bait? No. I'm not very good with Sonic, so I have a hard time, like, doing a good job at, like, ranking him. But I can't imagine he's very fun to play as, because I watch Sonic players do 3 combos and win tournaments. So I think he's probably pretty unfun if you're just spinning across the room most of the game, and then nobody's having fun getting camped the whole time. So, see you, buddy. You're going down there. On the mirror side of that, Kazuya Mishima. I think he goes right here. I think Kazuya is fucking hilariously fun to play as. And you are just invalidating people on accident. You are accidentally killing them. You are doing accidental combos that are doing 50 damage. And you are making people explode on complete accident. Being on the receiving end of that immediately makes it very unfun. Nobody can argue with me on that one. Okay. You guys want to talk about top tiers, therefore I'm going down to the bottom of the list. Or at least towards the bottom. Dr. Mario. Does he go here? I think he's like... I don't find Dr. Mario very fun. He's just slow and boring. I don't think Dr. Mario is fun. And you like... It's just so simple. I don't know. He's so, like, shield-based that I think it's boring. You do run up shield in most neutral scenarios because you're too slow to like you like actually efficiently use aerials in neutral. So run up shield is like most of what he does. And if something stupid hits his shield, he grabs. And if grab is too slow, you up B. And then you do that for the rest of the game. You know? Okay, but his back throw is raw. Okay, maybe I thought that like 5 years ago, but we're adults now. Bad recovery feels bad. I mean, it's fine. And then you're like spamming pill in between all of this stuff. So I think that like Dr. Mario goes here. I really don't think he's very fun or cool. The only thing that like saves him from being like stupidly unfun is the fact that he's dissatisfying to get hits with, I guess. Is he fun to fight against? No, because he's just pill spamming the whole time. It's just boring. If you're fighting a good Dr. Mario, I think it's boring. Lucina for top left? Genuinely, yeah. Actually, that's a really good person for this top left area. I don't think she's terribly unfun. But I enjoy fighting Lucina. Like, fishing for parries most of the time is a good time. But she's just, like, a little uninteresting to play. Out of shield bot. Yeah, you're talking about Dr. Mario, I assume. But honestly, yeah, this is a good place for Lucina. I think. Lucina's just boring. A little bit, yeah. But playing against her is fine. Again, like similar to Marth, where like, you know, it's a little bit of a, or like Peach and Marth, I guess a little bit of a dance, you know? You got to figure out the tempo that you're allowed to press buttons at. All right, I'm looking at Mega Man, so we're picking Mega Man. I don't know, because, like, I think a large majority of people, when they think of Mega Man, they don't know how to play him. So they would, by default, just put him here. They don't understand how his A button works. They don't understand how, like, any of his shit works, how his recovery works. So they will, by default, put him here. But as someone who knows how to play as Mega Man and knows what the buttons do, I actually think he's, like, pretty fun. He's got a lot of interactable stuff. Is he fun to fight, though? No, absolutely not. Dealing with his projectiles and shit is very, very obnoxious. Leaf Shield alone puts him, like, here, and then the rest of his garbage puts him, like, here. So, yeah. I despise playing against Mega Man. Yeah, most people do. So, you're not alone there. Luigi. Not very fun to fight. It's similar to like these guys where you're just walling them most of the game, except he is actually hella touch of death. Is he fun to play as? No, I don't think so at all. Because when you're playing as Luigi, you do, again, it's similar to like, who was I talking about where you just run in roulette options? Kirby. He's similar to Kirby in that way. Where you just run up and you're like, okay, I'm going to either grab, forward you for jumping over my grab, and then I'm going to just like, even if you shield it, it's not like you reacted and I nared and you tried to press a button and you lost. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have good out of shield. You have to just zone him the whole time. It's not very fun. His like edge guarding, like your character either 100% edge guards Luigi or never does. Because of like how his recovery works and how deep he's able to go. Unless you're hitting the 0 to death in the funniest thing you do. He's not even funny though. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just not very fun. Squirtle? I was just gonna do PT as a whole, but I guess I could do each Pokemon instead. Sure, where's Squirtle? Oh, Squirtle, my Squirtle, where are you? Wait, do they not have Squirtle in my... Oh, I see him. Okay, Squirtle. He's kind of like... He's like the brain dead aggression that like these other characters kind of are, like Croy. Like with just like F-tilt grab, run up grab, run up forward air, run up. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not... It's like whatever. I don't think he's like very fun to play as. He's at least mashy and fast, which is like kind of enjoyable about him. And like, no, I don't think Squirtle's very fun to fight. I think like all of the Pokemon trainer characters kind of go maybe... Actually, you know what? I have a controversial take on this one, but I think Squirtle goes right about here without really wanting to say much more about it. And then where is... Ivysaur is probably pretty close behind, if not a little bit more annoying to fight. But over here, because like it's not fun to just press side B and then up B and then Nair hoping they drop shield and then back air up B and then just down air up air because those moves are heinous the way they're designed. I think like Ivysaur goes like right about there. And to finish off PT, I think Zard might actually go like somewhere up here. I don't think Zard is terribly fun to play because he's very slow and very clunky and he hits very big, which to some people that's very fun. But you're talking to somebody who mains rushdown characters for the most part and presses a lot of buttons at a very high APM. So when I think of Zard, I'm like, no thank you, I'm all set. So I don't think he's very fun to play as. And you're avoiding cheese most of the time when you're fighting him. But good God, is it not, if it's not satisfying to watch Charizard players just absolutely flounder and just mash up smash and back air and F tilt and side B. Like the funniness of watching Charizard players just be absolute idiots, I think makes him just barely fun to fight. And he's a big body, so he's super easy to combo. What do we think? I think he's either like here or a little bit lower. I think it's arguable. I might put him like right here. There's funnier heavies to play. That's true. That's true. What about PT? I mean, PT as a whole is just probably like... I mean, like, they're the culmination of their worst parts. The two most prevalent Pokemon are down here, so PT's going down here. You're just playing everything that's annoying. Mega Man I already did. He's over here. Alright, let's do Ken, because he's right here. Is he fun to play as? No, absolutely not. Ken is fucking stupid, and I hate Ken, and he shouldn't be in the game. We already got Ryu. Stop following Ryu around, you goddamn bum. Nobody likes you. You were simply not invited to play Super Smash Brothers, but Sakurai felt bad and invited Ryu's little bro. Like he's the epitome of like when you're trying to hang out with your friends and your mom forces you to bring your little sibling. Like, Ken, get the fuck out of here. Your moves make no goddamn sense, and you're just here to cheese people at like 25% because that's what you do. You just spam Shoryuken. Anyway, is he fun to fight? No, he goes like right down there because, again, you treat him just like every other Shoto where you just zone him out super hard. And then, like, edgeguard him. And that's it. That's just how you fight Ken. How did you get this chart set up? I want to do it with a friend. I will put the link in chat. It's fun watching Ken win a bad matchup. No, it's not. I fucking hate Ken. Anyway. Very king of you to put the link. Oh, right there? Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's do K. Rool. K. Rool, he is like the epitome of, like, if you like playing heavies, you like playing K. Rool. Every Donkey Kong enjoyer or main has a pocket K. Rool. Every Ganondorf player has a pocket K. Rool. Everyone who likes playing heavies should just play K. Rool because he is very fun to play as. Like, he's got the tools. Like, if you can hard read people like in neutral, he's got the tools to beat a lot of people, which is surprising. There are some characters that just straight up invalidate him. But he's very easy to play as, and he's very satisfying to hit shit with, and his animations are great. They put a lot of love into him, which I always appreciate. So I think he's very fun to play. Is he fun to fight, though? I think it's kind of arguable. I think belly armor is a little flawed in the way they design it sometimes. It's, like, just kind of inconsistent, or, like, for example, you can parry Nair and then try to hit him, but it'll hit his belly instead. And it's like, well, that makes sense on paper, but it's kind of annoying. And then, like, Crown Super Armor is, like, very abusable. Like, I watch every tournament K. Rool player just mash side B praying that their opponent doesn't know what to do about it. And that's just how they get, like, 95% of their wins. But we're talking about, you know, the umbrella of K. Rool players to fight against. And honestly, I think he's pretty fun to fight against. I think the fact that he's a big body and, like, very comboable is fun. And I think the fact that, like, he has a very... like unique edge guard route when you want to edge guard him, which I like. No characters really recover like him and have that same like hitbox directly above him. You know, I think it's interesting to fight him, and then like countering the mash is like kind of interesting in some ways, but I think he goes like right about here. Like he's like around the same tier as like these two characters, but for a completely different reason, you know? I think he embodies the super heavy archetype really well. I think he's the best designed super heavy that Ultimate has, and the rest are like pretty obnoxious and like unfun to fight. I think they nailed it with K. Rool. I really do. You know, let's stick with the heavy trend and do King DDD. Yeah. I don't know, bro. I think DDD is fun for like one game, and then once you hit all of his moves, I think he goes like right here. He takes really long time to beat. His recovery is very long. Gordo is like obnoxious if you don't have an easy move to deal with it. Like Gordo alone just like puts him here. And I think Gordo is the most offensible thing about King DDD. Fix that shit right now, bro. Don't make me. Dude, he is not fun to fight or to play as. Like, I don't know. He's just not. I don't think he is. DDD is a perfect character to come up in the random from time to time. I think at most I will put him here. That is the only like thing I will give King DDD, is that he goes maybe there. You're a chump salad. Thanks, man. Getting Gordo sent back at you is uniquely humiliating. That's true. But then you lose access to Gordo and all of a sudden, like, DDD is just not a real character. You have nothing to do in neutral. There's nothing you can do. Who are you talking to?
They wanted to see if he was alright.
He seems fine. He might be like a little constipated. I don't know. Okay. He pinched it out finally. This dude hates Kirby characters. Well, there's no good design ones. Sorry. All right. You said Bayo. No. I think I have a hard time ranking Bayo for a couple reasons. I think like her whole combo tree is very fun to like, you know, react to DI and try to like get as much as you can out of each hit. But her neutral is kind of boring. It's like most of the time just like ABK in neutral, or run up forward air, or like down tilt, or just heel slide and pray. Like I feel like that's like most of her neutral. And when you're fighting good players as Bayonetta, they're just shield camping you. And that's not entirely your fault, but it does make the character like kind of unfun to play. But I think she's carried by her combo routes and stuff like that. As far as is she fun to fight? No, not particularly. I don't think she's very fun to fight at all, because she just shuts down jump so well that you have to play grounded with no matter what character you're playing as. She just out aerials like every character in the game, so you just like get shut down in that way. And then like if you're playing a character with a bad recovery, you're dead. I'm sorry, you just lose. You don't get to recover versus Bayonetta. She has some of the best edge guarding in the entire game, if not the best edge guarding in the entire game. And then like honestly, just ABK being ABK is super obnoxious. And then like spamming up Be Out of Shield, and then Bats Within, and it's just so many things that like culminate to just being a pretty unfun experience fighting a Bayonetta player. You're not allowed to edgeguard her either. If a Bayonetta gets edgeguarded, it's entirely their fault, and they gave that to you, even if it was by accident. Yeah, I put her like right there. I think that's a fair spot for her. I would rather fight the other Links than fight a Bayonetta. Let's get this little block out of the way here. Let's do Mario. Fun to play as. Is Mario fun to fight? I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Mario, fun to fight, yes or no? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, fireball, like, up airs, it's not very interesting. You're avoiding getting cheesed most of the time. Slightly unfun. I like the pace of the match that he forces you to play at, and unfortunately, if you are a big body, you might as well just sell the game to them at that point. I don't think he's very unfun to fight, because, like, you know, like fireball, up airs, like, well, fireball has, like, pretty easy, like, counterplay, for example. Run up air is, you know, a very good option, but like very punishable. stuff like that. Try to kill you at 30 slop. It really is. But, you know, I think he's kind of fun to play as, even if you only have like 1 to 2 combo routes. It's like, you know, it's fun to do. I'm sorry to say. It's like, it's probably right here. I think that's where Mario goes. You could argue literally in any of these directions for Mario. Maybe not fun to fight, but we'll see. Duck Hunt, I mean, let's be honest here. Let's just... I'm sorry, brother. Camping being your entire game plan and mashing can out of disadvantage and just walling is not fun. I don't think, like... Doing the occasional walling out your opponent can be a good time. Most of the time, it's really not. You're just doing the same thing over and over and, like, trying to call out your opponent. And then, is he fun to fight? No, because he's walling you the whole time. He goes down here. If he was better at walling, I think he'd be more annoying to fight than, like, Little Mac. But Little Mac has KO Punch, so I think he's worse to fight. If you undo Knight, did you get the same exact seed? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, also Duck Hunt just has like so much shit fall out for him. It's kind of sad. Okay, Joker. Joker. I think the fact that you have to use like a lot of his moves, I think makes him very fun to play as. You can, if you've played Joker, you probably know he's very fun. I think a lot of people low-key can play Joker just by like monkey see, monkey do, but he's very fun to play. Is he fun to fight though? I think this one is arguable. I think you could say he's very interactive outside of gun and like side V. Like, but most of the time, you know, he is interacting with you in some way, but he's like camping in that like annoying zone that you can barely just not hit him. He's unfun to fight sometimes because he is very slippery. It's very hard to hit, and gun like forces misinputs a lot of the time. So I think the fact that you could argue either, I think I'll put him like dead in the middle. Play Joker tonight. Jess, I don't know if I'm gonna go. The time it takes to get there is crazy. He's just Sheik, but more fun. Yeah, and he can kill with Arsene and shit. He's such an asshole. What tournament was today? Wednesday? Chill out, buddy. It's a bit bar. Like I said, I think the fact that you could argue either for Joker kind of just puts him in the... puts him there. I think it's longer than an hour, Jess. I think it's like an hour and a half. I think if it's just 1 hour, I would go. Like a little over, but we'll see. Driving through Boston. Ugh. I mean, you should probably still do that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to looking at the chat. Pikachu? Sure, where's Pikachu? Pikachu. Where is he, little fucker? Not fun to fight. He's a small little bastard spamming projectiles and just pancaking literally everything, and you know, he's just unedgeguardable for the most part. And then is he fun to play? It's kind of like A button at the bad guy, but like your opponent can't do anything about it most of the time. You just turn your brain off and you just start gaming. I don't know. I think honestly he's pretty unfun to fight. And like also a lot of Pikachus now are like camping super hard. Down more? Damn, you think Pikachu's worse to fight than like Zelda? I think the fact that his camping is that good does put him down there, but I feel bad putting him down there with Kazuya. I'll put him a little bit up. Lower. I think he goes there. I think he's fine right there. Let's get another easy one out of the way. Game & Watch, I mean, I don't need to say why, right? He's just going to invalidate you, spam Nair, B, and then you can't do anything about it. You fought Game & Watch, you already know I'm right. Is he fun to play as? Not particularly. It's very mind-numbing combos. The fact that you're allowed to like fish for side B sometimes and, you know, do a little gamba gamba. I think he goes right there. I think he's more fun than Bowser. I think he's more fun than Bowser. That's it. Let's see. What else do we got? Anyone else? Let's see if I see any. Pichu, I mean, he's kind of the same exact thing, except he's even cheesier. And you can cheese him back, which I think makes him a little bit more unfun to play. Well, yeah. Well, I enjoy that a little bit more. I think they're both very unfun to fight, but you could argue either way for if they're unfun to play as or not. They have a good sound design, I'll give them that, and the occasional down B snipe is very good. Steve, bottom right with Kazuya. Is Steve fun to play as, though? I don't know, dude. Camping behind walls the whole game? Not very fun, dude. Not gonna lie. Just holding up tilt and walking your opponent? Not very fun, dude. Like, I don't know. I think he's, like, maybe more fun than Game & Watch just because, like... I don't know. Like, I don't know. A little bit more thinking involved. People who play Steve seem to be having a good time. Yeah, because they like winning. I think Game & Watch is so fun. I don't think so. I think he's kind of boring to play as. He's just up B down air simulator, up B, you know, a little nair in there. Put him in the bottom left corner. I don't think he's that bad. But he definitely goes down there. You are often smiling when you play Steve during Iron Man's. Yeah, that's because I'm ruining somebody else's day. Which, you can only gain so much enjoyment from that. Dude, alright, you know what? Here. That is the only thing I'll give you. Leave me alone. Alright, somebody says Samus. Where's Samus? I don't see Samus. I see Dark Samus. Oh, here we go. Okay. Samus. Very unfun to fight. Nobody enjoys fighting Samus, obviously. That's a no-brainer. Samus, I actually kind of like playing as Samus. I think it's kind of fun. It's like you're just calling out your opponent for like most of the game, which I think is fun. The moves are very satisfying to hit. You get the occasional ladder combo going on, a little Zair snipe, a little charge shot back here. It's like kind of mind-numbing. So I think I'll put it like here. Could Game & Watch get a nudge too? Sure, man. No way you think Samus is more fun than Steve? I do. I do genuinely think Samus is more fun than Steve. I would do that. I think Samus is about as fun as Mario. Dude, stop talking about me. It's your whole personality, dude. Fucking A, Baker. Go away. We got another character for the bottom left corner because oh, what happened? Where'd he go? Oh, Sora. Here we go. Sora, very unfun to fight. You're like just narrative shield bot. It takes forever to beat him. Like just not very cool. And like playing as him is like you're just mashing the B button most of the time and going for combos that you go for in training room. You probably have about the same amount of fun in doing those things. I have a little bit more fun fighting Sonic than I do Sora. That's how insane it is to me. Yeah, I think Sora's fucking boring as shit. A very I played Unleashed last week answer. I mean, I've always thought this. I think I've always publicly said that. Samus at least has some good animations. Steve's in Game Watch are just PNG moves left to right. Fucking true. All right, let's scroll up a little bit. Let's go towards here. Let's a little bit of Banjo action. I mean, unfun to fight. Obviously, it's Banjo. Damn, there's a lot of characters that are going towards the bottom now. What's going on with that? I think if he was a little bit better, he would go even lower. But I'm gonna leave him here. Because, you know, like grenade spam, egg spam is just fucking, yeah, get that away from me! As playing as him, I don't know, man. I kind of enjoy playing Banjo. Huh? Yeah, he's no fun to play. It's because you're not good with him. Dude, Side B is hilarious. Your Honor, yeah, he's got a little bit of fun stuff to play with Banjo. I don't even do the tech, and I think I have a decent amount of time. The way you play Samus makes a huge difference. Campy Samus is not fun to play. Playing her kicks and combos is super fun. Yeah, I agree. That's why I put her in the kind of fun. If you're playing cringe, obviously these characters are going to be cringe. But like when I play as Banjo, I'm having a pretty good time. That's all I can really say. Everything here, I don't want to play. I actively will like do my best to not pick these characters when I have the chance. These characters, I might genuinely pick on a good day. You know? Wee! Wee! You guys are like Spargo. Alright, another character from the top row. Why not? I guess Olimar / Alph. I'd rather put Olimar. Alph doesn't get my respect. Where's Olimar? Olimar. I don't think he's very fun, just because he gets mashed on by like every character, and your moves just disappear in other players' moves, and that's kind of annoying. Looking at you, Wolf and Link just spamming Nair against me, and then like fun to fight. No, not really. He's just throwing shit at you the whole game and C-sticking around like a chimp, and it's not fun. He's like kind of edge guardable, and like there are situations or like times where you get to actually play the game versus him, but I think Olimar goes right there. I don't even think Olimar's fun to play as. I don't. He's not very interesting gameplay. You're just mashing side B until your opponent is in the uh-oh range, you know? Let's go for this row that has everybody in it. Corrin. Okay, well, I've done most of these characters already. Well, let's do Corrin. Dude, is this the true, like, actual dead center character is Corrin? Because she's, like, kind of brain dead. But she's kind of satisfying to hit the combos with, and the frame traps, you know? It's like, you're pretending to play chess, except you secretly are, like, eating all the pieces, is kind of how it feels to play Corrin. You're pretending that they have options, but you're just cornering them into getting frame trapped all over and over and over. That kind of happens like, to you as well, which you could argue makes her annoying to fight. I keep saying her. We're gonna go with female Corrin here. And, like, I don't know, like, she's fun to parry, she's fun to edgeguard, and then like I feel like you're solving the Rubik's Cube of like how to fucking land most of the time. Corrin is boring but inoffensive. Yeah, but she's just kind of satisfying to play sometimes, you know? Pin is fun to use. Yeah. Chessboard made with pipe cleaners and glue. W, honestly. Top left, as in top left, like right here. I don't know, because like I like playing Corrin, but sometimes I'm just like forward air, up air, forward air, up air, down tilt, up air, pin, you're dead at 70. GG's. You hate Corrin? That's fair. I think like when I play against a Corrin, sometimes it's a little unfun because like I don't know, she just kills me at 35 with pin or something insane, or just like up air frame traps me and my character can't do anything about it. I think she goes like right here. I think she's very close to the center. That's how I feel about it. Argue with me, don't argue with me, see if I give a funk. Falco, I hate playing as Falco. He is just outmashing you, but you can edgeguard him sometimes. And is he fun to play as? No, you do one combo the entire game. I think Falco goes there. I don't think he's like horribly unfun to play against, but like, I mean, most of the time you are just fighting a forward air bot, which is kind of ass. But if you can deal with the forward air and they have to start doing other things, it gets a little bit more interesting. So I think Falco goes there. Sorry, Frosty. That's just how it is. That's where Falco goes. Right next to Ivysaur. Ooh. Let's do Ike since I'm looking at him. I kind of still have fun playing Ike. It's very mind-numbing, but he has more mind games than people would expect. As far as, like, is he fun to play against? I don't really think so. It's just you're dealing with, like, one move and being scared of dash attack when you're at kill percent. It's not very interesting, but he's kind of fun. I don't really know. I hope Sakurai watches this video. He's gonna report my entire video when he sees that most of the cast is in unfun to play as and unfun to fight. I have a lot more words to say than mind-numbing about Ike. Well, it's a good thing you're not on the mic, isn't it? Get it? Oh, Mike. Oh, what the heck? I can, like, move these? That's really weird. Go away. Okay. Let's see. Bao Jiao. I don't know. I don't really know. Like, what do I, okay, okay, from the top. Do I have fun playing Bowser Jr.? Yes. I think I do have a little bit of fun playing Bowser Jr. Because his combos are kind of fun, and then you throw out the down B and you say, "My son, hold down the neutral." And I enjoy doing that. And, you know, he can edge guard like most characters, but it's like kind of easy edge guarding. It's just like forward air bot simulator, but the fact that he can do it is at least kind of fun. Is he fun to play at, to fight? I don't know, like, every junior I fight usually sucks major ass, and they're just like trying to up B cheese me, and I don't really get to combo them that much, and like they're just spamming side B and shit like that. I think he goes like right here. His combo is just up air. He has, I mean, like up air, nair, or bear, or fair, or like air dodge read side B into back air. You know, like there's a little bit more combo trees than you might expect initially. Ludwig von Koopa! See what I mean? Like, maybe I'm just making the fun here, you know? He can up tilt back air. Ooh! I think you could, like, probably say that Junior goes, like, over here or something, but he's, like, in this little arc of characters. Let's see. Byleth. I think of all the sword characters, I don't think Byleth is as fun, but he, like, he's very satisfying to hit moves and, like, space against people. Like, of all the spacing characters, it feels like spacing is the most important with him. Like honestly, more so than, like, Lucina, just because, like, you know, it's this, like, whole, like, arcing hitbox. I feel like in some ways, like, he's kind of Marth done right, but then you gave him the DLC factor of moves like down tilt or up air that don't really need to tipper, and, like, you know, they push him over that edge of, like, being much better than Marth, because that's how it works. He's kind of slow, which makes him a little bit unfun. But I think overall he probably goes, like, right about here. I don't think he's as fun as Chrom because he's not as button mashy. And, like, he's very much more, like, space dependent. Is he fun to fight? I mean, you're just kind of getting zoned most of the time. And they're trying to kill you very early most of the time. It's much less of, like, the dance I talk about compared to, like, Peach or, like, Lucina or Marth. So... And more of, like, you're just, like, spamming on him and hoping he just, like, gets out hitbox somehow. So, honestly, I think, like, right here is kind of where Byleth goes. I don't really thoroughly enjoy fighting Byleth, but I kind of enjoy playing him. He will circle camp the whole match. If you are getting circle camped by Byleth, that is a skill issue. Like, 90% of the characters in the game are faster than him, so... How are you getting circle camp? That Nair is quite annoying. That is true, yeah. The Nair is definitely annoying. Byleth circle camping Sonic. I'd love to see it, dude. If the circle is his Nair, that's the only thing I can agree with. Alright, let's see. Cloud. I mean, let's be honest here. He is a Wi-Fi lord. He is the Wi-Fi man. Back air, side B, simulator. Once you hit kill percent, up smash, dash attack. That's how most Clouds are going to end up playing. However, that is kind of fun to do. I'm not going to lie. Like, if you're playing as Fun Cloud and you're not being cringe with him and you start implementing your other tools like up tilt and you can like fish in for some grabs sometimes, you do like side B 1-2 for someone on shield, you can actually have a lot of fun with Cloud if you choose to play him like a Giga Chad. Most people will not though, so that's kind of what puts him in the unfun to fight category. You can play him cool, most people don't. It is what it is. Like, I don't think anyone like thoroughly enjoys fighting Cloud. He's pretty mashy, I don't know. I mean, that's why he goes in the unfun to fight over here. Any cool Clouds come to mind? No, that's why he's in the unfun to fight. My Cloud is cool. Let's see. Let's do Incineroar. Incineroar. He is obviously fun to play. He is like made for fun. This dude is a casual machine. As far as fighting him goes, honestly, I have like such a hard time telling if I enjoy fighting Incineroar because most of the time I feel like the Incineroar players are just idiots and they're just like, I have to side B, I have to swing this up air, I have to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, they are getting themselves killed like 100 out of 100 times. Can you yeah, I got you, Panda. 1 second. No, not. Do the car door, like the driver's side. You good? It should be in the back seat or in the trunk. Let me open the trunk. Is it not working? Is it frosted? Just pull the fuck out of it. You got it? Okay. Beef, were you watching? Were you chaperone? Hmm? Okay, sorry, Chad. So. Okay. Sorry for that short break, but I am back. Incineroar. Oh, I was saying, I don't know, like... I don't... Edge guarding him is not very fun. Like, I think it's very just, like, wait for side B, wait for up B, respond. Not very interactive. Playing him in neutral is just, like, kind of zoning him and then hard reading when he does down Bs occasionally. And, like, I don't know. I don't know if he's, like, terribly fun to fight, but, like... Maybe it's more interactive than I'm giving myself credit for. I'm gonna say Incineroar goes like right there. Maybe like right here. Seems like the average character is not fun to fight and is just okay to play. Eh. What if you use Ken up B only? True. All right, hold on. Let's get my hatership out of the way. Isabelle, I think she's only kind of unfun. Like, I just don't enjoy, like, the one-button neutral kind of character with the occasional, like, ooh, gotcha, with, like, side Bs and stuff like that. And, like, the little down B trap is just, like, it's not very interactive. It's just forcing your opponent to, like, make a mistake. Which, like, can be fun sometimes, but I don't think with Isabelle it's particularly interesting because she only has the one tool. Isabel, I don't know. She's very unfun to fight, you know. She's very lame. Like honestly, I think she probably goes like right here. Brawler, sure, man. Meat Brawler. He's fast. He's kind of fun to play, honestly. I don't really mind playing Brawler that much. The fact that he's fast is fun. He's got a lot of moves that you can use. You can play him cool, which is generally what I try to do because I'm not very good at the cheesing thing. But as far as fighting him goes, no. You have to be scared for your life at like any given time. So, and like I said, most of them are just like just cheese bots. It's just not a good time at all. At least he's fun to play as. That's very cool. We'll get another me out of the way since we got most of the other characters. And we'll get Gunner, and I don't think I need to really specify here why I'm putting him like right about here, honestly. There's nothing fun about Gunner. There's nothing fun about fighting Gunner. It's just awful. It's just terrible. Like, maybe it's controversial thinking that Sonic is more fun to fight than Gunner, but it's not by much. Just remember, it's not by much. Okay, Ganondorf, again, he's a heavy player's wet dream. Is he fun to fight? No, not really. You're just avoiding, like, Nair spam. He's another one of those cases of like you can have a lot of fun playing Ganon if you just make yourself use the other moves, you will have fun with Ganon. But every Ganon that I fight against will just Nair spam, and then once you're like out of their like Nair range, it's time for the B button or a dash attack, baby. Run it. You know, it's kind of boring to fight against most Ganondorf players, but if you choose to be a cool guy, you can have a lot of fun with Ganon. Donkey Kong, I mean, like, come on. I mean, like, come on. I mean, like, come on, right? It's lit. Of all the characters we've put so far, Donkey Kong is probably the most fun to play against. He's having a great time trying to kill you at 50% or some other bullshit. And you're having a great time comboing to high hell because that's what DK is. He is a heavy's heavy. He gets destroyed at early percents. He is combo food for every single character in the game. And he makes you combo food too. It's awesome. DK is annoying to play against. I can agree with that to some degree. There are definitely some times where I'm fighting DK and I'm like, brother, what the fuck is this? And they're just like up being over and over. And it's like kind of annoying because I'm not expecting them to be so stupid. But I think he's fun. I think overall, on average, I would like to play against and as a Donkey Kong. I remember talking to top players and they were like, DK Dittos have replaced Smash 4 Falcon Dittos. And that is 100% right. If this was a Smash 4 chart, Captain Falcon would be like right up here. You know? Actually, probably like right here. He wasn't that fun to fight in 4, but he was very fun to play. But no, he's like over here now or whatever. This is 100% real. I think the reason that Donkey Kong isn't all the way at the top as fun to fight is because Ding Dong exists. Genuinely, like Ding Dong is very stupid to me. I think it's. I was glad when I thought they got rid of it, and then they figured out how to bring it back, baby. And now it's just unfun. It's just trash. I just don't like it. That was Alfred. I remember that video. Good times. Smash 4 DK Dittos were still fun. That's true. Honestly, they were a great time. All right. Dark Pit and where's Pit? I might as well put them together, right? Let's just put them here for holding. I think they're like average fun to play as. They're like, honestly, no, I'd say they're a little bit more fun to play as because you do have to use most of their kit, but most of the time you are just kind of Nair spamming and down tilt spamming and just like hoping they run into it. They're like versatile in their gameplay, which, you know, I think, you know, it grants them like this amount of fun to play. I would say on average, Dark Pit is, Pit is more fun to play just because his arrows, you get a little bit more swag with them. As far as fun to fight, honestly, I don't hate fighting them. I think they're fine because, like I said, they're encouraged to use most of their kit, which, you know, forces a little bit more of an interesting game plan. Now, I think that the like average Pit that you might fight on like Elite Smash, for example, will not be very good, and they will just run into all your hitboxes or just run into you with Nair all the time, which is not fun. But I think at its best, it goes like right here. But for me, on average, it's right here. I think you can probably find like me playing Iron Man videos where I'm playing against Pit having a good time. Because most of the time I am. Slightly top right. Yeah. I think like this little... I think this goes just like this. Let's see. Let's do Diddy Kong. He's very fun to play, dude. But he's got a lot to him. His kit is just fun to play with. And honestly, I think a lot of players, some of them in my chat, will put Diddy Kong right about here. But I'm going to do something controversial. I'm going to put him here. Like right here. I think that fighting Diddy Kong is actually kind of fun. I think it's only kind of fun. Just remember, because there are annoying things about him, like monkey flip shitbox. What is that? Shield camping like Diddy Kong with banana peel. It's not as good in this game, in my opinion. But it's still a thing. So it's kind of unfun to play against. But like, you know, challenging him in air-to-airs, actually trying to edgeguard and intercept barrels. Like, he's actually kind of fun to combo too. Calling him out in disadvantage when he's doing like random monkey flips. Like, I think he's kind of fun. You can use the banana peel against him, which I appreciate. Honestly, yeah. I think he goes like... I'd honestly swap these two. I think I'd put Diddy Kong there. Like right about here. He's on that line, bro. Like I said, you could argue either way. I think he goes like right here. Diddy makes you feel like you're using your thunker, though. And that's a good thing. Like, it's very easy if you have a brain to just like, when you're playing against Diddy Kong, you're like, okay, I keep getting hit by banana peel after hitting his shield. And you're like, okay, let's level up as a player right now. And it's very doable. Whereas like, say, well, let's go down here to unfun to fight. Like, okay, yeah, like Toon Link, for example, right? You can like play the same interaction out multiple times and you don't really know why you lost, you know? Because you'll see the startup of an air and you'll beat it out sometimes. I don't know. I can't really make a good example, but just trust me, bro. You use your thunker versus Diddy Kong. Have we done CSS? No. Is it time? I don't see her on the screen, so no. Mewtwo. What do we think? What do we think about Mewtwo? I think, let's see, fun to fight. Honestly, I'm pretty on the middle. I'm in the middle with Mewtwo. Because him being a big body makes him very easy to hit, which I think is like makes him a little bit more fun to fight. And Shadow Ball as a projectile is kind of broken, right? But he's got some kind of cool stuff, and I can appreciate that, you know? His options, sure, they're like kind of hard to deal with sometimes, and they're a little annoying or broken sometimes, but they're cool, in my opinion. I think he's kind of fun to fight. They put some like love into his design, which I like. He's got good sound design. I like his like his voice. His moves are cool. Confusion, cool move. Disable, cool move. If not a little strong, they're still cool. Therefore, he's also kind of fun to play as. I feel like most of the time when I'm playing as him, though, I'm just like, I'm doing the roulette. Am I gonna side B you? Am I gonna run up Nair? Am I gonna do the charge Shadow Ball? Am I gonna keep charging the Shadow Ball? Am I gonna just up B, cross you up? He's got options. He's got some range. And forces you, like his weird stats force you to be creative, because the risk and reward for like him as a character is very against him as opposed to most characters. He's kind of got that Chrom factor where like he can just die sometimes. It just is what it is, you know. Yeah, I think that's for me too. I think that's fine. The idea of playing Mewtwo and the reality are very different. I mean, I enjoy playing him. I have fun with him. Wow, a totally rational take on Mewtwo. Well done. Thanks, man. All right, Inkling. I don't really play as Inkling a lot, and I don't mind playing as Inkling. I think maybe Inkling goes like towards the center, but as far as like fighting Inkling, it's not too interesting, I think. This whole like bunch of characters, like I just don't mind fighting for the most part. They're like kind of annoying, but I don't mind, because when I'm fighting against Inkling, I'm just like, oh great, I'm dealing with a back air bot, you know, And like even if they try to deviate from that plan, they will start to lose. You know? Inkling top left? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's fun to fight Inkling. I really don't. Ice Climbers. Oh, whoops, I just accidentally dropped them. Okay. Hear me out. I like fighting Ice Climbers. Just kidding. Oh! I mean, like, what do you even say here? Where do you put Ice Climbers? Of course you think they're fun to play. You main them. This is a hard one to pin down. I think they're kind of unfun because when I play as Ice Climbers, I'm just like spamming side B and like up air, and my opponent is suddenly at like kill percent, so it's kill moves time, you know? I don't think they're very interesting to play as, and that's probably because I don't know what the desyncs are, you know? It's funny because earlier I mentioned Mega Man is fun to play as, but a lot of people don't know how to play him. I feel like that could be the case for me with Ice Climbers because I don't know how to play them, but they could be fun. It doesn't look very fun. Whatever they're doing doesn't look very interesting. Side B into one of the Climbers blizzards, and the other one does shield, and it's not terribly interesting realistically. So I'm gonna assume, right, just based on what I know and what I experienced, that they're kind of unfun to play. Shitting out damage is a good time, let's be honest here, and like having your second climber and like accidentally desyncing and working with that's kind of fun. I think they go here. You could argue the middle, maybe, sure. I'm putting them right here. As far as fun to fight against, I actually kind of enjoy juggling the climbers. I think the neutral is very annoying, but the advantage is very fun. I think Ice Climbers goes here. There you go. Let's see. Let's close out the Mii's here. Mii Sword Fighter. I mean, he's very boring. He's like imagine the fun sword characters and just take away everything that makes them fun and satisfying. Just give him like shitty multi-hits that don't work. Just give him a projectile that makes him a projectile character and not a sword character. And then give him down throw up air because that's your main kill move. And I don't think Sword Fighter is very fun to play as. And as far as fighting against him, it's kind of like I don't feel too strongly about it. Like similar to like Lucas or like Banjo, like if the character was better, they would be put lower, but because they're easier to beat and easier to deal with, they're not as unfun to fight because you just invalidate them and it's over and it's fine, you know. Actually, wait, I just remembered the double stab combo that every Mii Sword Fighter runs, so he's gonna go down here. Never mind. I just remembered the down B side B combo that every Mii Sword Fighter runs now. And then the cheesy up B to ice that cake. I'm all good. Yeah, no, fuck you. Let's see. What else do we got? Fox. Fox is very fun. Fox is very fun to mash as. He's fun to do the combos. He's just all around the place. And then mixing up your edge guards is a good time too. Is Fox fun to fight though? What do we think, chat? I don't know. I probably have the most Fox matchup experience out of everyone in this room. So, what do we think? Is he fun to fight? I want to hear what chat has to say. 50-50. Fox is fun to fight. Maybe not. I think he's all right. Sibo, you don't even play this game, bro. Do you even own a Switch? Kind of a coin flip. Yes and no. This room meeting you, Panda and Beans. Maybe. I like Fox. Fox is fun to fight to me. We play his game. Okay. Seems like a lot of people actually really like fighting Fox. That's interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. There's a lot of frustrating things about playing Fox once you hit the top level, playing against him. Once you realize a lot of the bullshit that he has, it's kind of like, okay, really, does he need this? And that might just be like because we're getting waxed by light and friendlies, and he's just fishing for trades because he whatever. I'm hating now. He's fun to edgeguard. I think him being fun to edgeguard puts him like a little bit here, and then like playing neutral against him is kind of here, and like every time you make a trade with him, you actually lose that trade, so he goes kind of here. But then you think about it a little bit more, and you're like, well, actually, I can fish for trades and put him at kill percent really early because he's very light, and then he's kind of cheesable in that way. And you put him here, and then you manage to avoid Nair or Dare up smash percent, and you're like at 190% playing the line here, and suddenly he's like up here. I think he fluctuates between like all of these like areas here. Just because chat like had the general consensus that he goes like, he's fun to fight. I'll put him like right here, right up with Roy. I feel like he's a little bit more fun to fight. You guys have never fought Light when he decides to camp, is all I'm gonna say. When he starts doing dash back, pop 2 lasers, and then Nair in the middle of the stage, and then dash back, and then pop 2 lasers. That's what happens. But you don't have to deal with that, so have fun. Okay. Let's see, we don't have... Oh, we do have a bunch of characters left still. All right, let's just... from the top, we've technically done all these with their echoes, so we scroll down. Let's do... Okay, so this is the bottom batch of characters, so this is the rest of the list here. So we'll do a little bit of Meta Knight. Meta Knight. I think his combos are actually kind of fun to execute, to be completely honest. And like you have to go out for edge guards a lot, which is pretty fun. Even if you are just like placing a Nair somewhere or trying to get a back air somewhere. He's got like, very interesting strings where you alternate between up air and down air, and I think that's a good time too. So his combos are very fun to execute. As far as playing against him though, it's kind of one-sided. I mean, you spend most of your time camping him and avoiding dash attack and avoiding dash grab because that's like 90% of what his neutral actually ends up being. But then it becomes a little bit more interesting when you have to avoid edge guards and stuff like that. And like, they're like down B 50-50ing you over and over and over again. So I think he's kind of similar to Fox where he can go either up or down. I think on average when I'm fighting against Meta Knights, I'm having an okay time. I don't know. I don't feel too strongly about Meta Knight. All right, let's see. Let's do Robin. Robin is fun to fight. I'm sorry, fun to play as. I'd say pretty unfun to fight. Because your character can either deal with Robin's bullshit or they can't. And that is kind of tilting. If you do not have an answer for Forward Air and Neutral, you do not like fighting Robin. If you cannot deal with Arc Fire at Ledge, you do not like fighting Robin. But if you choose to play Robin, or like... So that's why I think he goes to like the unfun to fight category. If you can deal with those things, then you're just playing a very slow-paced game. Because you're like baiting him for most of the time and it's not terribly fun, which is what you're doing against like the Lynx. It's what you're doing against probably most of the characters like Falco, Ivysaur. You're just baiting them to do stuff and then like punishing them and they just lose to themselves most of the time. I think they're pretty fun to play as because if you do choose to like actually use like all of your moves and like, pretend like you're a tactician and think you're a fucking genius, then like, yeah, I'd say like right about there is where you go as Robin. I think Robin is more fun than Cloud. I think they're similarly fun, but I think it's just a tiny little bit over Robin. Yeah, that's what I think. Let me get a little bit of water. My throat is getting a little dry. Can you even bait against a pro? Yes. What the hell? Not gonna lie, the Kazuya placement is kind of eh. What do you have? What issue do you have with it? Have you ever played Kazuya? He's very fun. Fuck. Most fun? He's very fun. Absolutely. Yeah, you should play Kazuya. He's fucking hilariously fun. Yeesh. Okay. Let's do Min Min. All right, let's do another character. Wait, hold on. Let me be more specific. Actually, I think they're kind of not that bad to play as. They're like whatever. Very unfun to fight though. That's a no-brainer. All right, now, let's go do somebody else. Let's do Piranha Plant. Now, I probably have a different opinion from you about Piranha Plant because I think a general consensus for most people is that bad character equals fun to play, you know, and fun to play against. Because they're a bad character, how are you having not fun against a bad character? Well, there's a reason he's bad. It's because he doesn't have moves. I don't think he's very fun. It just boils down to you using like a couple of his really shitty moves and praying they run into Patui. It's not very interesting gameplay at all, in my opinion. And is he fun to fight? No, because you're just avoiding Patui most of the time. And like, that's it. That's it. And you're just like avoiding down B armor and it's not very fun. I don't need to go too into it. I don't think Piranha Plant's fun to play as. I don't think he's very fun to play against. That's it. If he had a more interesting moveset, if he had cooler specials, if he was like a normal character to any degree, he'd probably be a little bit more fun to play as. And you'd think that uniqueness makes him more fun, but it really doesn't. It's like not even the fun kind of weird. I think that's where he goes. Let's do Pac-Man. I scrap with Pac-Man and I lose most of my games, but I generally have a little bit more fun doing it. So you can have fun with Pac-Man if you choose to. As far as fighting him goes, no. Any good Pac-Man that you fight will just camp behind the hydrant, get the Galaga, and try to combo you for 70% and then go for the bell. It's not very fun, and everything between that is you trying to rush them down and then throwing the hydrant at you, trying to air you with back air or forward air or like nair out of shield. It's like the most annoying game of cat and mouse in the entire world most of the time when you're fighting him. So honestly, he probably goes like more down here, but I think he's fun to play as. I think if you choose to not do those things and you just play to have fun, I think he's a great time. I think every player picks one dogshit character and decides that they're cool and will die on that hill. Unfortunately, a lot of those people will pick Piranha Plant, but hey, it is what it is. I used to play Pac-Man like Luigi, but then I realized that people online have trouble with campy Pac-Man. What do you mean you played Pac-Man like Luigi, bro? What do you grab, down, throw down here? I'm one of the plant enjoyers. L take. All right. We haven't touched this row at all, so let's do Villager. I think he's like a little bit more fun than Isabelle. Where is Isabelle? Where did I even put her? I know I placed her down. There she is. I think he's like a little bit more fun because he has access to the axe. I think the Lloyd like presents more interesting like neutral tools as opposed to the fishing rod. Like the side B is what I'm talking about. And that's honestly it. That's like the two main differences is their specials. Or like within their specials and stuff. And the forward smash too. But he has like more combos. He has like a more interesting approach game if you decide to actually play approach with Villager. And for that reason, I think he's actually a little bit more fun to fight. I think somehow like Isabelle is much more offensive than Villager. I don't hate fighting him too much. He just kind of can get outplayed very easily if you know what you're doing versus him. But he's more fun. In fact, I think he is kind of fun. Some days I think he's like right next to like, I don't know, Lucas, but he's honestly a little bit more fun. Not by much though. Let's keep going in this row. We got Wario. I like playing Wario. So like talking about weird characters that are kind of fun, because we were talking about Pac-Man, even though I'm sorry, not Pac-Man. Okay, I'm having a stroke. Let's start this whole sentence over. When we were talking about Piranha Plant, we were talking about weird characters that are not fun. I think Wario is a weird character that is fun. Bike is a weird move. Waft is a weird move, you know? A lot of his, like, even some of his, like, you know, neutral tools, like Nair, is a weird move. You know, it's like a hit, and then a large delay, and then another hit. But that first hit has so much hits done and allows for creativity and stuff like that. And down air is a semi-spike if you fast fall and stuff. Like, he's got a lot of interesting stuff that makes him, like, more fun to play as. That, yeah, I enjoy, actually. I think he's fun to do. He's fun to do, like, the little combos with, and, like... once you have Waft, you can start using that as a mind game to make your opponent scared, and you start opening up like other things that you can do. And it's a good time. I think he's a little bit more thought-provoking than a lot of the characters in this game, to be honest. But as far as fighting him goes, I think that kind of puts him a little bit more above. You have to like be very scared of like, you know, Waft, and you have to play very weird, which some people might not like, but I actually do like it. The only thing that like doesn't put him like a little bit more above like most characters is he is pretty campy at the end of the day. Any good Wario will just play very slow. But I don't like, if you are camping me with your movement, that's dope. I actually appreciate that. Characters that are like actually camping me is like Steve back airing in place, Rob nairing in place, Duck Hunt fucking pressing can and then shield. That's the boring kind of camping. This guy's actually trying to schmoove around me or out hitbox me in those scenarios, and I appreciate that. I think he's a lot more fun to play against for that reason, because like I said, there's more player to player interaction. So yeah, that's what I think about Wario. What's up, Gabe? Ken should be moved to the right side near bottom. No, he's not fun. Fuck Ken. You missed my whole Ken tangent. I hate Ken. He's one of my least favorite characters in the game. Playing Gluto is kind of peak. I think he has a beautiful mind for the game, and I love watching Gluto play, and I love playing against Gluto. Unfortunately, a lot of the times he's fighting against like Game & Watch when I do see him, and he's just getting invalidated by a -10 matchup, so it is what it is. Yeah. Ken was personal. So yeah, I think people, like I said, people probably disagree with me about Wario, but it is what it is. That's why. Oh, Shiny Mark's here too. What the hell? Everyone wants to know my opinions. Playing Gluto is kind of peak. You like my Pikachu placement, bro? What are your thoughts, man? Big fan. Listen, Shiny Mark. You aim for this, but unfortunately the reality is this. I don't think he's terribly unfun. He's more like, he's kind of got a little bit of that Wario factor where Pikachu is. He does have like he's more interactive than some of the campier characters in the game. Sure, he's shooting out his little minion T-jolts at you and like walling you out with forward air, but there are things you can do about that. Even in some of the worst matchups, it's still kind of playable. I've seen you almost lose to, like, you know, K. Rool. I've seen Esam lose to Captain Falcon. I've seen Pikachu struggle against like Donkey Kong and stuff like that. And that's because they have the flaw of being a kind of interactive character, whereas these other fuckers are just not like that at all. So, yeah. He's broken as shit. Absolutely. All right, moving on. Let's see. We haven't touched this row, so we're going for this row. I talked about all of the Pokemon individually, so it feels a little bit weird to just put Pokemon Trainer on the list, like, as himself. But I will do it just for the sake of, you know, I don't know, the video or whatever. He's not fun to fight. I think Pokemon Trainer encapsulates all three things that are extremely obnoxious about Smash. I think that Squirtle has the very annoying factor of being like unreactable all the time and free combos and like, you know, close the gap instantaneously and can out hitbox most characters. And then you press down B and all of a sudden you take over this persona of being a character that is super campy, annoying to get in on, can kill you really early out of their projectiles. That stuff is annoying as shit. And then you switch to Zard, and then you have a super heavy who can kill you at like 40% with back air. And it's like, okay. Literally everything I can hate about every archetype you put in one character. No. I hate fighting against PT. They are very stupid. Like, I think the only reason they're not all the way over here is because like the innate flaws within the actual characters themselves and the fact that I'm a good player and I know how to expose most of those things. But like design-wise, this character is obnoxious, and fighting this character is very obnoxious. Like, I hate them. And then I'm sorry, they're supposed to go down here. I put them on the wrong axis. So they go as unfun to fight is here. Playing as them, on the other hand, I don't know. Like, I put Squirtle in the fun to play as, kind of, but then the other two are kind of unfun to play as. So I think they just kind of average out to like here, just somewhere in the middle that's very unfun to fight.
Huge news.
What? Oh. Let's fucking go! Yes! I've been searching for these little chocolates. They're like snickerdoodle flavored like chocolates, and we are so fucking back. They're a Christmas miracle. Hell yes, dude. Anyway. Yeah, so that's my take on Pokemon trainers. I really don't like them much at all. Means a lot from the most interactive player in the world, man. Do you mean it, Shiny Mark? You think I'm the most interactive player in the world? Alright. Dude, I want a chocolate now, but I'm hungry. I need like actual food. Snickerdoodle W. True. You can figure it out if I mean it. I think you do. I'm taking the compliment. Alright. Let's see. Let's go from the top here. Oh god, here we go. I mean, it's DLC Pack 2, so you already know it's going somewhere down here, right? I think that most mashy characters in this game kind of lean towards more fun to play as. So we're talking about Mythra right now for people who are probably only watching with audio. So I think most of them go towards like the fun to play as category, but I think that she is actually so broken that it like somehow flips on itself, and it's actually not fun to play as her, because it's not even like it's not interactive. It's not like they can't do anything about most of it, and it's all just unreactable, unpunishable, instantaneous hitboxes that combos into more instantaneous hitboxes, and it's a little mind numbing. It's like like the most brain dead rushdown you can do is Mythra, and I don't like that. Her combos can be kind of satisfying to pull off sometimes, which is why she's not going all the way to the right or left there. And then as far as fighting her goes, going against that kind of playstyle is just straight up not fun. Like, the saving grace is that like you can edge guard them, and you know, the hitboxes are kind of, some of them you can easily work around if you have the correct tools, but most of the time you don't. I think honestly Mythra goes right about there. She is one of my least favorite characters in the game on her own, so that's how I feel about that one. Every time I play her in randoms, I'm so shocked at how everything works out in the worst way of being shocked. Yeah, I figured. Like, you can just do whatever you want, and you're like a rich kid. Like, nothing ever goes wrong. Like, you could, like, your car and house can explode, but you have rich parents. You know, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You don't ever get punished. You can throw out whatever you want. You can do whatever the hell you want. All right, Pyra, on the other hand, I think she's actually a little bit more fun, just because she's like, I mean, she has like the kind of a similar like brain dead mashiness about her, but she just has some like very egregious design choices as well. So she's very slow, she's very oppressive, but she's very one-dimensional, which I think makes her kind of unfun to play as. And as far as playing against her, it's not very fun. This is where the weird design choices come in. Like, why are all of these killing tilt moves safe on shield? Why does down tilt up air kill at 80 and work on like majority of the cast when down tilt is like safe when spaced? And why does jab kill? You know, let's make a character that's as fast as Sheik and then can just switch to having the kill power and mobility of like Cloud, for example. Maybe it's not a great comparison, but it's what I'm gonna lock in there. I don't think Pyre is very fun. I'm gonna lock her in right there. I don't know. She's a little bit more fun she's more fun than Mythra. She's not very fun to fight. I am like shivering me timbers the entire time we are on the field together. Ness. He's I have fun mashing with Ness, I'm not gonna lie. It's similar to like Mythra, but like kind of balanced, where I am just pressing every single face button possible, usually alternating between A and B, like forward air, double jump, magnet, B reverse the magnet, back air, land, and then like do an F tilt, and then do a rising forward air, and then do another magnet. And I'm just like, I will never get punished for this. And then once I get punished, I forget about it because who cares? I'm just going to do it again, and it's so hard to deal with. So it's the mind-numbing kind of fun that a lot of the other characters are lacking. But when that shit is happening to me, I hate it. So he goes down in the unfun to fight next to Bayonetta, Pac-Man, Link, and all of them. Edge guarding him is kind of fun, and like working around some of his larger hitboxes. Like playing against Ness at kill percent, though very stressful, I find to be a little bit more interesting and fun. But I don't like him overall, and he does have like the you know, I think Yo-Yo is also an insane move, and down smash at ledge shouldn't do what it does. So hey, overall, I'm putting him there. I don't like him. Can I move this? It's like pissing me off. Okay, there we go. Off the screen. We might as well put both of them. Anyway, together they are Giga Trash to play against. I hate everything about them. Actually, they're actually kind of like together. They're fun to play as. Switching between them mid combo is actually kind of fun. But I will never want to fight an Aegis player. You could, I will always just want to go next whenever Aegis is on my screen. All right, let's do Ricky. Unironically, dude, I think he's kind of fun. He's got a lot of options. He's kind of fun. My Ricky goes hard too. Never want to play against him. My Ricky Belmont goes hard. He took a long time for me to like. I used to get the Belmonts and I would roll my eyes and, you know, mentally go next. But then I got really good at some of the setups and I started to enjoy him a little bit more. Most people probably don't feel this way and they're just like busy getting edge guarded and stuff. But I've slowly begun to actually enjoy Belmonts. So I think right there is like a pretty good honest spot to put him. Maybe a little bit higher for as far as if he's fun to fight. But he's not fun to fight. Come on, he's just the range demon, dude. He was min before DLC Pack 2, you know? You hate playing versus Falcon that much? Yes, dude. I have a personal gripe with Falcon because he used to be cool, you know? And now he's the way he is. And then Ryu. Honestly, he's like basically... Like, I know I personally put Ken here because I hate him a lot. I think he's kind of similar, where he's only a little bit more fun to play, but only because he's easier. And as far as fighting him goes, I'm just scared for my life most of the time. And like the counterplay to his whole shenanigans is very one-dimensional. If you have a multi-hit, use it against focus attack. Just wait for him to mash on you. Respect coconuts, which is the shokunuts, whatever you want to call it. And then just edgeguard the shit out of him. If your character's bad at edgeguarding, I don't care. Edgeguard these fighting game characters. You have to get out there. You cannot be playing an honest game against these degenerate kill you at 40 characters, kill you at 50, kill you at 60. I don't care what it is. They do not deserve to play neutral with you. Delete their stocks immediately. Come off stage every time. There is no ledge trapping these guys. Maybe Ken is easier to ledge trap, but it's still obnoxious. Sephiroth. I find him fun to play as. Playing against him is kind of obnoxious, but like only a little bit. I think he's fun to play as because he has just really... He's got the weird moves, kind of like Wario, right? Where he's not a traditional sword character. Like, he has like a lot higher range, but a lot higher startup on a lot of his moves, and then like on average, which is like interesting, right? It's different compared to like almost every other character that has a sword, and then he gets wing, and suddenly your stats change, and you're zooming across the map, and he's a little bit more risky to like go for more plays once you get the wing, but it's a bit more fun that way. And then as far as fighting against him, I mean, it's whatever. Like, fighting against range that large just means you're fishing for parries for most of the game, or just trying to beat him out of the air. And he can't really play grounded, and he's just spamming side B most of the time. I think he's only kind of unfun to play against. I like this little diamond of Byleth, Bowser Jr., Mario, and Sephiroth. He's just not like the counterplay to him isn't as interesting as playing him is, which is weird to say out loud. But that's just how I feel. Maybe he goes like on the line. I think it's more reasonable to put him on the line. Sephiroth is just kind of there. Yeah. It's weird because most of the time I fight against Sephiroths, they're pretty bad at the game. And then the good Sephiroths that I play, it's like, I don't know. My character's good against Sephiroth, so I don't really mind anything that he does. And I'm not really playing versus him in a traditional way, so I have a really weird opinion on Sephiroth. Let's see. Shulk, it's funny to flash colors and kill people at like 50. And he's like, he's almost a unique sword character, but not really. You're kind of just embodying the Super Nair brothers that this game loves to throw at you. So fighting him is also kind of annoying. Like, you're just avoiding Nair spam most of the time. I don't know. Shulk is definitely a weird one. Like, he also goes out for edge guards a lot, which I tend to appreciate. But his hitboxes are so large that it's hard to miss, and it's not very interactive. You just, like, forward air, and then since they have to delay the recovery because the forward air is so large, you just up-B them, and then there's no counterplay sometimes. Or you don't get punished for it because they had to avoid your forward air, so they're not in a position to capitalize on you whiffing your attack. So I don't know. It's not as interactive as I like for most of my characters to be. I do like changing my stats in the middle of the fight and just like, lightning speed, jumping really high, doing more damage, killing at 20. Just being able to like flashbang somebody on a playstyle shift, I think is cool and interesting. So he goes into a little bit fun to play. As far as fighting against him, I think he just goes like right here in the like this like middle of the pack of fuckers that nobody likes. All right. We are slowly running out of characters, I believe. Hopefully there's no one I end up forgetting. We did all these. Snake? Ooh. What do we think? Because I love playing as Snake. One of my favorite characters to play as. But I want to account for the fact that most people probably don't like playing Snake that much. And that's mostly because they're bad at him. I could kind of see him like being in the middle of fun to play as. Yes, this is definitely biased, so you guys are going to have to talk me down. As far as fun to play as, you kind of... You have to play so, like, adaptive to your opponent. And I love that shit. Like I said before, that interactive gameplay is just cool, right? You can't just press B all the time. Sometimes you got to do a little down tilt, a little bit of a dash tag, a little bit of a run-up shield, grab one of your grenades, mix it up a little bit, Oh, there's a C4 over there you forgot about. There. He's got a lot going on. I think that's good shit. And for that reason, I also think he's very fun to fight because he is forcing you to think about multiple things at once, Like, almost every other character in the game, I have to think about spacing, what options they're going to try and hit me with. You're just playing neutral in general, but then Snake adds that, like, this whole secondary layer of, like, putting a small timer on, like, a zone in the map, like this grenade's gonna go off in about 2 seconds. There's a C4 over there. He's not in a position to blow it up, so I can stand there now. There's a lot to consider when I'm fighting against Snake. A lot of people do not look at it that way, though, and a lot of people are very bad versus Snake, so they put him all the way down here because they don't understand him, which is unfortunate because I feel like most of the people that are probably going to watch this video and that are probably in my chat are going to say that Snake is very boring and shit to fight, but I genuinely think that's exclusively a skill issue, and I am going to put him all the way up here because I think he's extremely one of the most fun characters in the game to fight, no matter what character you are. Really, there are some that like struggle very hard versus like his playstyle, but I think it's always winnable at the end of the day versus Snake because he's balanced. I think he's a balanced character. Yeah, my personal bias would put him up here, but I think accounting for people not really knowing how to play Snake that well, I put him like over there. There you go. Snake was how I learned to like zoners. I mean, he's like one of the few cool ones. I don't know. Terry, he's just kind of a jab bot and like a forward air grab bot. Like, I don't know. I don't think Terry is too interesting to play as. I don't think he's very fun. Of all the fighting game characters, I think he has like the least move variety as far as what you want to hit your opponents with. It's either jab or crack shoot, and that is basically it. 9 times out of 10, when you were losing neutral to Terry, it's because you were getting hit by crack shoot or like jab in some way or another, whether it be landing nair into jab or roll jab or spot dodge jab. It's always going to be one of those two things. And then like kill percent isn't much more interesting because those things just lead into up B or like a raw dash attack or some other shit that kills way too early, because that's what Terry's all about, is cheesing you. So I don't think it's very interesting to play as him. And as far as fighting him goes, I think for those reasons that I just mentioned, make him a little bit unfun to fight. He just kind of goes next to like a lot of the other fighting game characters. I think people will probably by default want to put him as like fun to play as, but that's genuinely just because he's like easier. And you're probably having more fun because he's easier. But I don't appreciate that in a character. The little... It's in most characters, you know, I was saying earlier that, like, you know, Brain Dead's fun, but in this case, no. It's just holding A. That's not fun. Wii Fit. Oh, baby. I actually kind of have fun as Wii Fit, but that's because I play her, or play him for fun. And I go for the landing nairs, and I go for little up air chains and air dodge reads and little side Bs. But good God, if ever... John Numbers, you have ruined an entire generation of Wii Fit players because they all run off the stage, they all do the side B, and then mash roll get up, and then run to the other side of the stage. And, sun salutation! Salute the sun! Like, John Numbers genuinely tainted what could have been a very interesting character. I actually think it's his fault that most people play Wii Fit the way that they play him. Because he could be fun. He could be interesting. And now people just run off stage and soccer ball over and over and over again. Let's be real. If John didn't do it, someone else would have. I don't know, man. Because I watch players like Xavier or Varun, and they're not doing that. They're like playing the game, and they're doing run up tilt because that's a good move. And they're doing landing back air, and they're pressing side B, drop the soccer ball, you know, lob it up, approach with it. Like, they're doing actually interesting stuff. But 9 times out of 10... they're not. So you're fighting fucking annoying campy Wii Fit. My hot take is that it's kind of fun when you play Wii Fit like an actual character and not like a ledge bot. I played against a Wii Fit that was exactly like that yesterday. First thing they did was run off stage and side B. Yeah, that's just how they play. All right. Anyway, Wolf. Woo, little Wolf. Little wolf crack, little voice crack there. I like playing as Wolf. I think his combos are very satisfying. As far as is he fun to fight? Yeah, I'd say. I think he goes like around that like Fox area. Sorry, I took a sip. You could argue that like Wolf is kind of unfun to fight because it's a little bit of a slower pace where they're fishing for like nairs and fairs and grabs a lot of the time, but you know. The pace, he kind of has to bend to the pace of the match, and I think that's cool that he is able to play at almost any pace. And no matter what, like if you try to rush down Wolf, you're probably gonna get owned for it. but you're not going to camp him with Blaster the way it is. So he encourages approaching more than most characters, and I think a lot of people are afraid to approach. So I like Wolf. Yeah, I like fighting Wolf. Just, you know, he's very good. I feel like my win rate versus Wolves online is probably like, I don't know, 80-ish%, which is lower than most of my win rates, but I still think he's fun to fight. He's good. Most Wolf players are good at the game too, because, you know, they're actually playing the game, unlike some people. Won't say any names. All right, let's do... We got 3 characters left. Yoshi, Young Link, and then Zero Suit. Ugh. I don't know why I haven't done Zero Suit yet, but usually I don't save her for last, but I guess we are now. Yoshi, I think he's boring. I don't think he's fun. He's kind of brain dead. And then fun to fight? No, he's just mashing on you over and over. It's like, whatever. It's... I don't have fun fighting Yoshi. I don't think anyone has had fun fighting Yoshi for a long time. Like, since Brawl. Bro, I just... It's a very mashy character, and then just has, like, obnoxious tools. Like, Nair out of shield being the way it is. What were they cooking with that? Hello? Egg, I feel like, is one of the better projectiles in the game. Being able to bounce it is cool. There's a little bit of skill expression with, like, you know, how you angle eggs and stuff. But I really, really like the way that, like Pharaoh or Yoshidora or some of the, like, better, like, top-level Yoshis, they play a lot more interesting. And it's a little bit more interactive. But at the end of the day, it does still kind of just boil down to, like, when they're not playing interesting and they're forced to play a matchup, they are doing Nairbot shit and egg spam. And it's not fun to fight. So I think he goes, like, right about there. And, like, it's mind-numbing to play, so whatever. Do you think a character with a lack of options and minimal playstyle could be fun to play other characters with a lot of options because of the challenge of getting around the other character? Okay, so you're asking a linear character, like, is it fun to play a linear character versus a character with a lot of options? Kind of. I mean, it's all subjective. I don't know. Like, if I'm playing the simplest character in the game, let's say Ivysaur versus... Not that that's the simplest character, but whatever. Ivysaur versus Snake, who has the most options in the game. That's not fun, because I'm just spamming side B and he has to deal with it. That's not... I don't think it's fun. You can try to make it fun, but you're going to lose. You're coming in here with up airs and back airs and trying to down tilt and that... You know, you're going to lose. So, yeah, if you like throwing, it could be fun. Young Link. Okay. I don't know if I enjoy playing Young Link. He's kind of got that, like... He's like his same exact thing as the other Links, where you're just forcing your will on your opponent and just, like, making them respect your fire arrows, your broken nair, the down tilts, the up B out of shield. You are just doing whatever you want. It is not up to your opponent. But I'll be damned, it's kind of fun. Like... It's just satisfying to hit, like, sweet spot boomerang, forward air drag down, down tilts into down air or something insane, you know? Like, he's got actually some pretty good combo trees. I think as far as the other, like, all the Links go, I think he's probably the most fun one. Do I ever want to play against him? No. No, I think of all the Links, he's probably the most obnoxious of all of them. I don't think he... Honestly, I would put him actually further down than, like, Falcon, because Fire Arrow being the way it is heinous. People don't really talk about it either, but Young Link also benefits from the stage list. Similar, not as, like, dramatic as Mario, for example, but, like, Young Link, for example, like, if he pops you up with an uncharged fire arrow, a lot of the times it puts you in a tech scenario, because think about, like, every stage in the game. It's covered a lot by platforms, so, hey, just ban FD and you won't have to deal with that. But then you have to deal with fire arrow anyway, and you have to jump over it. He has, like, only good stages. It's a lot of stages to think about. I mean, he's going to be good on all of them, so it doesn't really matter. And then the final character that I have yet to rank is Zero Suit Samus. What do you guys think I'm going to do? Like, over here? I feel like people think I'm going to make her unfun to play as. Not fun to fight. Fun to use. Alright. Let's first talk about... Is Zero Suit... Oh, whoops. Fun to fight. Because I feel like that's a pretty 50-50 thing to talk about. So... I think when you're fighting mid-level to bad Zero Suit players, it's very unfun. Like, genuinely, I think it's like here. Like, next to Samus, next to Zelda, next to Banjo. Because, like, Wi-Fi Zero Suits that I play are doing fully charged neutral B, side B, down B to the other side of the stage for 5 minutes straight. And I'm like, is this real? Are you, like, having fun? You're not. Absolutely not. And I'm not having fun either. So please stop. And you're not going to win either by playing like that most of the time. You're going to be online shitters, but you will never beat anyone good by playing like that. So I think that on Zero Suit's worst day, she goes towards the bottom of unfun to fight. However, if you play against a good Zero Suit and they are actively trying to call you out for jumping and they are parrying your shit and they are F-tilting your dash-ins and they are actually trying to counter the way that you want to play the game, which is how I play the game and it's how every other top level Zero Suit plays the game, I think she's actually kind of fun and interactive to fight. I don't think she's like all the way at the top with like Snake, but I think she's like at that Lucina level where, you know, there's a clear degree of like player to player interaction going on here. But the fact that she's like so slippery and very hard to hit can kind of be like a little bit annoying, and then like dying early to like, you know, down smash, boost kick, nair flip kick, like back air in the corner at like 90. That shit is kind of tilting. Usually it's your fault. So it is what it is. But I think she's like, on her best day, she's like here. So I think it averages out that she like goes here. Don't check. Law of averages made by Mars is not even. So hey, we're not done yet. So I think that's where she goes as far as fun to fight. She is fun to fight. I'd say she's more fun to fight than Palu, Diddy Kong, Pit. I think she's not as fun to fight as like... you know, no, I'm gonna stick with putting her like around there. As far as playing as her, she can be kind of frustrating to play. I'm gonna try and approach this as if I'm talking to the general population and not just like, you know, top players. They probably enjoy playing Zero Suit. They love flipping around. They love doing nair flip kick. They love boost kicking people at like whatever percent and being like, yep, it's broken, bro, it's broken. But dude, she's very frustrating to play as a lot of the time. And can kind of go in this like really niche category where we have the least amount of characters where she's fun to fight, but unfun to play as, depending on who you are, just because, you know, your moves are not working sometimes and you can't kill. You know, a lot of players when they start playing Zero Suit, they struggle to kill, but she's also like a weird, like tall character. So you can get hit by some things you don't really, you know, mean to, but it can be hard to figure out like what you're really supposed to do as Zero Suit, and then you fall into like this pipeline of being the Zerkamp Zero Suit because you don't know how to play neutral, you know? So, I mean, I think she is one of the characters that can go into any of these categories. Personally, I actually have a lot of fun playing Zero Suit. I know that's probably contradictory to what you're thinking, but like, even though moves don't work a lot of the time and shit's fucking annoying, it's so goddamn fun to outplay people and just absolutely finesse them. Just beat them at their own game or show them some shit that they ain't never seen before. Call them out in a way that they've never been called out before. Show them a habit that they didn't even know they had until I called it out for them. And maybe that's just me as a player. And I think Zero Suit is like the tool that allows me to do that to people. So my personal bias wants me to put her as one of the more fun characters to play. Yeah. It's funny to put her next to K. Rool in this list to even make a comparison about those two characters, but hey, it is what it is. So, there you go. This is the finished list. I've done every character, I believe. Talk about it. Anything you guys straight disagree with? Somebody was saying Mewtwo earlier is more fun. Nah, he's kind of one-dimensional, dude. I don't know. There you go. This is my 2-axis tier list. Can you please give me a quick explanation on why Mario is there? He's kind of fun because his combos are fun to do, but he's not super fun because they're a little brain dead to do. And fighting against a Mario who's just trying to kill you at 30 the entire game is not entirely, it's not very exhilarating because they just try to force their will on you and it's not super interactive and they're just trying to cheese you. What placement are you most proud of? Ice climbers. Unfun to play as, but fun to fight. Yeah. You don't agree? So yeah, Sopo gets his own fucking spot. Is fun to yeah, all the way to tippity top right. Fun to play as, fun to fight. Nothing to lose, everything to gain makes him the most fun. And then the other guy's just fighting Sopo. So like that's not a character. I think Ganon is very fun to fight. Bro, they're just Nair bots. No, the fuck they're not. Holy shit, I've been doing this for almost 3 hours. Dang, that's gonna be a long YouTube video. Watch this shit in the car ride, boys. I hope the editor makes a good thumbnail for this. I trust them. No, I don't. They're all fired. Grin, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Mashers. Any Prime gamers in the chat, any subs, any gifters, anything that want to show their appreciation for this almost 3 hour video I just made. That's probably going to get edited down to, I don't know, 2 hours or something. Thank you for watching. And yeah. All right. I'll do an actual outro real quick. Yeah, you went in on this. I fucking apparently... I over-explained like a lot of characters, which I'm pretty happy with. Usually I hate doing tier lists, but this was like a more interesting one to me than just putting characters on a top to down list. Because there's more nuance when you add this little diagonal degree, I guess. I don't really know. So thank you for watching. Are there any characters that you agree with or disagree with? Go ahead and tell me who you disagree with, because I know your ass likes fighting Ganon for some reason. I don't know why, but your opinion's wrong. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like the content. Like the video. See you in the next one. We've already done that, Sibo. I hope they can edit it to like actually make it like look good, but whatever. Because like this whole like dead space here on this app is very stupid, but it is what it is. I feel like I can also do like an intro as well. Wait, did I already do an intro? I did. I don't know. Whatever. Are you gonna post this on Twitter? Oh yeah, I feel like that's probably a good idea. I feel like, haven't you done this before and it was a great idea? Don't post to Twitter till after the video is up. But if I post it now and I say video coming later, I'll ask my editor guy. All right. It's almost time for me to end the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you all being here, even though none of you fucking assholes subbed today. It is what it is. It's okay to be poor. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, my dudes. Peace out. .3 hours of pure rage bait.